Good evening, friends. Welcome back to the main event of Frosty Faustings XIII, the online edition. We are at the top 8 for Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus R, the biggest Plus R tournament ever held. And it's all thanks to Rollback Netcode, our Lord and Savior here in 2021. My name is Klaige, and I'm here with the Professor Ryan Hunter. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing great. I mean, I've been watching Guilty Gear all day. This tournament has been crazy. There have been upsets. There have been really exciting, crazy matches, and I don't think it's going to stop now. Our top 8 is stacked, so I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited.
Yeah, it would have been pretty impossible to not have a stacked top 8 with this kind of bracket. There were killers top to bottom. I know both you and I played in this event, went pretty deep in our pools, and it was brutal. Every match was a dogfight from start to finish. So we're gonna put on a show for you all tonight. So hopefully you're ready for another excellent main event to kick off the year. We like to get things going the new year with Guilty Gear and style, and we're gonna bring you that here, ready to rock with the top 8 for Plus R. There's a very large matcherino that is built up throughout the day through some very generous donations.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, it's just been climbing all day. I remember like a few hours ago, it was like just breaking like 2,000. So yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, with such a big tournament, it's been super stacked, and it's really evidenced by some of the people who didn't make it into top 8. So let's take a second and talk about who is and isn't in, because a couple of favorites didn't make it at all, and a couple of favorites are not where we expected them to be. So some of the people who were really high seeds and didn't quite make it all the way through, Fiestament didn't make it to top 8. Skeletal Minion did not make it to top 8. I believe Kenji did make it to top 8, but I think he was like the number 2 seed. He's in losers. So just, the number of people in this tournament that, had the power to potentially make top 8 was just through the roof. So let's take a quick second. Yeah, let's take a look at the bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Klaige.
Yeah, so here's what we got here. On the winner's side, we have ElvenShadow, your tournament operator, the sole reason that Frosty Fausting exists, taking on Digital Watches. We have RS, also known as Riot Stop, taking on PepperySplash. On the loser's side, we're going to have MiniMatt taking on KimJongPhil, and JacobPat84 taking on KBnova. There's a lot of history amongst all these matches, and we'll share some of that lore as we get to all of them, but these are all going to be excellent sets for y'all to enjoy tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like you said, just a lot of history. A lot of these players have been playing the game forever. A lot of really old school names. It's awesome to see. Again, specifically, people like Digital Watches, who I remember a million years ago playing, AC Vanilla, and he was, Premier Axel. And, it's great to see some things never change. And it's great that this game has resurfaced in a way where these players, because back then there were no streams, there was no, it was much smaller community, and a couple of tournaments a year, and so it's a different era right now. So
yeah, absolutely. I think I've been doing Faustings pretty much since we started streaming, and I think we really only had 2 events where we streamed Plus R as the main event. It had a very short run up. It was meant to hype up Xrd, which it did a great job. It got people playing again and did its duty there. But now, in the era of being stuck in our homes and nothing better to do, we want real netcode, and you're about to see matches with real netcode. These are going to be every bit as good and over the top as you would expect as if these players were sitting side by side on the stage at Frosty Faustings.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Every match I played today in my tournament set had it set to 1 frame. So yeah, it was good connections all day. I had to remind myself after once my tournament run was ended, I was like, wow, I didn't have any issues with it being online. It's actually incredible. Yeah. It's unbelievable. So
no, we're going to continue to prop up rollback netcode all the time. I'm sure some of you are sick of hearing it, but for those of us like you and me, Ryan, who have been waiting literal decades to play Guilty Gear in its proper environment without having to drive anywhere or fly to a tournament, or in this case, not even being able to go to a tournament, this has been a literal godsend. I mean, you're getting 450 plus entrants for Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus R in 2021, and that is entirely because of the netcode.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So, all right, so I think our first match is going to be Elven versus Digital Watches, right? So let's take a second and talk about that match. Yeah. So again, we talked about Digital Watches, very old school player, been playing, as long approximately as Elven, who obviously has been playing for ever and ever. If you guys don't know, you should know who Elven is. If you don't, I mean, go read a book or something. You know, he's been around forever. I actually remember like a really long time ago when I was in college, a billion years ago. I remember finding this blog from this random guy living in Japan and just being captivated by, you know, oh my God, this guy is living the dream. He's living in Japan. He's playing Guilty Gear every day. He kept logs. Oh, I played this player today and it went like this. I need to work on this. And it was so fascinating. And that was, I don't know, 20 years ago. Yeah. So that should give you an idea how long Elven's been playing XX. So
and Digital Watches, old school player, started an accent course. She's been around for a good while now and probably the best Axel player in North America. This is going to be an interesting matchup right off the bat. Digital Watch is going to score first blood, but scalpel pull, and away we go. Both these characters have plenty of range to work with. This is actually a really interesting matchup to watch up pulled out.
Oh, what item was that? I did not see.
I didn't see it either.
Maybe food off screen?
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's what I'm guessing. By me. Oh, there's a mini Faust. Was that?
Yeah, nice ID over the mini Faust to avoid.
Very nice. Nice block of the overhead. That is key number one. If you want,
I was gonna say,
if you're going to want to be Elven,
yeah, that is the top of the list.
Yep. If you cannot block 6H, you are not going to have success. Nice bait of the dead angle by Digital Watches. This is going to be a grip. Yep, forces the burst.
Damage.
That bomb is right there. Yep. Nice
the knockdown. Meaty 2K, the classic.
Yep. Imagine being a Faust player and not using 2K on somebody's wake up. There's that overhead again. The poison sitting there.
Nice patience there to wait for the poison.
Yep.
Oh, the command grab! Is that death?
That is. Wow.
All right, round one, DW
Cross
taking
under,
it.
if that was planned, absolutely beautiful. And even if it was an accident, you take those and move on. Oof. Scalpel pulling the poison, though. Poison is brutal in plus R.
Yeah, if you eat the whole poison, it does a lot of damage. Another poison. Oh my God.
So much damage.
You get the knockdown, but look at the life just taken away.
And the Bozak Classic. Wow, that's an interesting burst. That is an interesting burst up around.
Yeah, I think interesting is one word, yeah.
Let's call it what it is. That is inspiration burst.
It was questionable.
You're getting mollywopping around. You're sick of it. Oh, the feint though. This is
we've been seeing DW do that all day. The fake command grab into 6K.
Yep, and she converts off it for full damage. Very nice. It's a black beat combo, but the damage still counts. Nice defense from ElvenShadow though. Nice grab. The tech, beautiful.
It's something you don't see that often, but
nice break block on the reset to the overhead. All right. We're getting hammers for days. Another batch of poison. Nice.
So much poison.
Yeah. Beautiful defense, though, from Digital Watches. All right. Catches with the 2K. Gets the pressure on.
Nice block.
Yep. Excellent defense from both characters. Oh, ElvenShadow tried to poke out. Got hit by the spin.
Oh, the bomb.
That bomb is there. Yep. Gets over it.
Yeah, tried to do a combo right there to avoid the bomb.
Yeah. Smart by Digital Watches. The counter hit off that bomb could have been the end of the round. This is going to be a punish. Oh, wow.
Wow, why didn't he punish it fully?
Yeah, weird.
It almost looked like he was trying to bait a burst, but there is no burst.
Yeah, no burst to be had, although Digital Watches might get hers back before this is over. All right. ElvenShadow with the full conversion. That burst is back.
The burst, like you said, yeah.
Yep.
Good block.
Yeah. Wow, excellent patience out of both these bursts.
Wow.
And Digital Watches with the crouching slash anti-air gets game one.
I love to see good patience rewarded, and that's exactly what that was. Waited out the whole pogo stance, blocked the overhead high, let Elven push himself out, and then just got the hit for the kill. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. Did not get hit by Scalpel Fall, which is one of the most oppressive force breaks in the game. Absolutely terrifying thing for Faust to have.
Yeah, it's super hard to contest. You kind of have to just respect it. And puts Faust right in your face. And a lot of people don't even realize that the Pogo P, the little face hit, is an overhead.
Yes.
So a lot of people just get hit. They don't even realize.
Yeah, no. Pogo Stance is not a gimmick. Pogo Stance has legit mix-ups. It's hard to punish. All right, there's a little bit of a trade there. Crouching slash.
Wow.
Nice job.
Elven didn't realize which side he was on there.
Yeah, no, a little bit of corner shenanigans going on there. The wash tub is coming out, but able to hit.
I'm surprised that Renson didn't hit.
Yeah. And forces ElvenShadow.
Oh, meteors.
Meteors. Oh, wow. Crosses in the corner. Does avoid getting hit by the meteors, but that's an unfortunate cross under. Wow, nice bait on the empty FD cancel. Wow.
Yeah, Elven going to like the layer 3 there. The uncross up, probably command grab if I had to guess, and got called out.
Wow. Stand kick. Just clashing casually with Benton. No big deal. We take those. Nice
6
Yep. And Digital Watch got to be careful, yep.
Yeah, almost stunned.
Yep. Nice jump out from ElvenShadow. Trying to gather some momentum. Does have a Robo-Kai coming in. Yep. That's going to full combo, and that's going to take it. ElvenShadow staving off set point. Believe it or not, that was set point. Didn't even realize how quickly we had got there.
Jump D to start. Yeah, that's can't really burst going my way when it's that low.
Digital Watches with her own level 3 there with the double back crossover. Does get some damage out of it, and now has the corner. All right, this is going to be, ooh, this is going to hurt.
Yeah, doing a really good job holding the corner.
Yep.
Barely avoids the hammer.
All right, the Wash Pan, have to respect that item from Faust. It's very dangerous. We have a mini Faust coming out. Digital Watches does jump over it, but gets a jumping D for her trouble.
Yeah, nice confirm by Elven.
Counter hit drill.
Good patience by Digital Watches, though. And again, just the patience.
That guard bar cranked up.
Nice. She's pushing out of the corner now. Again, a little too far, though. The second hit didn't connect.
ElvenShadow kind of on the back foot here. Both players down to their last bit of life.
Oh, wow. The run-up grab and just enough.
Wow.
That's a bold with play. No fear. Yeah, exactly. Just
absolute
no fear.
Bold play. Very nice from ElvenShadow. And as it should be to start off our main event here at Frosty Faustings, we are going to a final game in the first round of winners finals, or excuse me, top 8 winners side. Good adjustments back and forth. The patience in this match has been unreal from both players.
Yeah, but I think that was a great call at the very end there from Elven. Even though we both said it was pretty gutsy and pretty bold, was it? Because the more I'm thinking about it, Digital Watches was playing very, very patiently and defensively, right? So actually, it was kind of the perfect call.
Yeah, round in game in throw is always something in the back pocket. Throws are one frame startup in Guilty Gear. If you think you've got a sleeping opponent and you can take it from them, it's a beautiful way to do it. ElvenShadow did, and now we're going to go to a final game. Nice block from the Blade or overhead. There's a bomb out there. Both players have to respect it. Yep. All right.
Oh, I'm surprised that burst hit.
Yeah, that was... Bursting going my way is a lot riskier than you think it was, but it pays off. Digital Watches gets a healthy confirm there. Forces ElvenShadow's burst.
Trying to hold the corner here.
Yep. Wow, nice.
What a confirm.
Beautiful.
Off the air hit 2D. Oh, the point hit.
Wow, that's big. That point hitting changes the whole dynamic of this because that could have been a real problem for ElvenShadow. Wow, the drop down actually hits. Not something you see out of Axel players very often, but Digital Watches has used it to success a lot in this tournament.
The 2S is just destroying Elven right now.
Yeah.
Keeps trying to create space in the corner by jumping up and throwing a bomb bag. Very common strategy for Faust players, but Digital Watch is not having any of it.
Yeah. It really is one of the best, like, blatant anti-Faust tools you can ask for. Oh, the overhead.
That was a great adjustment from Elven. So he saw the command grab, and instead of just jumping, where he was getting caught before, he did jump and immediately drill, which would be both the actual command grab and the fake command grab.
Yeah, really good adjustment there. Right now, Digital Watch is on the verge of being stunned and on the verge of being out of life, but big confirm here.
Not going to knock down. Yeah, the reset.
Yep, good tech there from ElvenShadow. Tech in
it didn't knock down. I'm surprised. I guess non-counter hit. Meteors just avoid. Wow, got hit at the top of the screen.
All right. I've been playing Guilty Gear for 19 years, and I just learned something. Meteors exist above.
I thought that Axel was just off the screen during that.
Bomb. Yep. Forced. Had to. Honestly, had to burst there. That was going to be so much stun damage. The burst whipped, but...
This is the last round here. Set point for both players. Oh, a little late on the pickup.
All right, that's a big trade for Digital Watches. Gives her a little bit of room to breathe. All right,
and there we go. Elven. Yeah, I was gonna say once I saw that from Elven, I would stop doing command grabs, even the fake. I would just let it go. You got your value out of it earlier, just let it go now.
Yep.
What a combo!
Wow, beautiful. Confirmed from Digital Watches. Puts ElvenShadow in the corner. ElvenShadow, had a ton
trying to bait the dead angle with the guard point, but did it a little bit too soon.
That's a first frame guard point. It's incredibly fast. The bomb is out. Yep. Have to hold. Digital Watches down to the last bit of life. And the FB teleport.
Great adjustments from Elven, bringing it back. Really, just I can't get over the jump 2K. That was such a good adjustment.
That's so smart, and that's the command grab feint from Axel is one of the most oppressive things I've ever seen because you spent 3 versions of XX watching this move that you're like, if you ever see that, all you do is jump and air dash, and
exactly.
You party. You get to destroy Axel's life bar. And suddenly come Accent Core, someone, Pachi Cough Cough, was like, what if a feint? And now you jump, you get counter hit, you take a bajillion damage, go to the corner. But like you said, that adjustment from ElvenShadow to just go, if I just jump and go into jumping down kick, the drill, it's going to option select both these things. I'm going to be able to react, and just fantastic adjustment. We would expect nothing less from the creator of Frosty Faustings. And frankly, the man who has run amok in +R online since this netcode came into existence. Yeah,
I think for most people, he's the favorite to win the tournament. Obviously, right now he's sitting winners finals, right? But I think even before today, he was kind of the favorite going in. I think he was the #1 seed.
Yes.
So not really a surprise to see him there, but you know, like we said, there's so many good players that there was always a chance that he wasn't going to make it, but he's sitting pretty right now. So
yeah, no, just great set. Absolutely beautiful adjustments from both players. Really good back and forth. The defense was incredible in a matchup where both characters have some very unorthodox offense. But speaking of unorthodox, we have the surprise of the tournament, RS Riot Stop. Let's talk about Riot Stop's game plan.
Yeah.
So there are two ways this match is going to go. Either PepperySplash is going to offer Riot Stomp a small piece of yarn, which he will fashion into a very pretty noose for himself and play patiently, and Peppery will punish every single crazy thing this man is about to do, or he will panic and meet his own demise to some of the wildest soul play you have ever seen in your life. So let's see how it goes.
I think it could go either way here, because Pep is extremely solid. You see here the great reactions on 2 quick air throws. But the problem is what you're talking about. There are some things that Venom is not very good at punishing hard. So we'll have to see. I mean, that was a quick first round.
Yeah, so be prepared. These are the kind of rounds you're going to see. Back and forth. If Riot Stomp ever does manage to hit Pep, this is a man that does not drop his combos. It will hurt. But right now, Pep just doing smarts at, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to get hit by Force Break Mad Struggle. You're going to go for the ride. The corner is your home, and you're going to eat all this damage, not take a combo. Is Pep going to God match this? He is going to God match this.
That was a quick game 1. And that was off the back of 3 air throws, basically. 2 in round 1 and 1 in round 2, and just gave him the momentum. And yeah, that was it.
As I said, Peppery, hanging out from Canada, has a beautiful piece of small yarn, offers it to Riot Stamp. Is like, would you like to hang yourself? Why, yes, sir. Yes, I would. May I have another? So let's see if there's an adjustment. And Riot Stomp got here on the merit of he does not quit. You will not condition this player. You will not stop him from doing crazy things. So I will be stunned if there's an adjustment here. The question is, can Pep gain that level of control and keep it for the entire...
I think there's going to be an adjustment. I just think that adjustment is going to be to go even more crazy.
Yes, if there is an adjustment, that's what's coming. Yep, and there it is.
Yeah, but it got him out. It got him out of the mix-up.
Yep.
All right, let's Viper right off now.
Yep. There's the
first. I like the slight patience there. Well, basically, once you see Venom 6K, it's pretty safe to burst generally.
Wow, these air throws from Pep are off the chain. Like, those are ground level throws that count as air throws. It's actually obscene what he is doing right now. Good safe pressure. I love all of it.
Yeah, I was going to say he's trying to bait a dead angle or some kind of reversal.
Yep. And another. Good Lord. Peppery is unimpressed with the rabid dog mentality that has been brought to this top 8 winner side match. Round start carcass ride against this man. Baits out. Yep. Beautiful punish. And there it is. Okay. Finally gets in. I like this.
Oh my God.
I told you.
This gets hit by the first IED.
Not going
to stop Pep. Sidewinder.
Yep, it's not going to stop Pep. You got to commit to those save offense.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. Yep. That punish, a far slash, like he does not care about that. It's exactly. Sometimes you just can't get a good punish as Venom.
Yeah, no, those are the kind of risk reward you want as Soul, but this is a real punish.
Oh, he dropped the dubious.
Yep.
He could have
waited patiently, and this should be the end of this winner's side match. Yes, it is. Yep. And
that was fast.
So you didn't really get to see it. You saw the briefest of snippets of what Riot Stomp is all about. Here's what you need to know about Riot Stomp. He put Kinji and losers in pools.
Yeah.
Wolves.
Yeah. And then he beat Jacopat to make it into top 8 winner side.
Yes.
So
and Kenji and Jacopat are who will be playing here shortly are two of the smartest players I have ever played in my life. I mean, very patient, very calculating, will sniff you out if you're doing anything fishy. So that says a lot about how much stress Riot Stomp has been putting on players. And Peppery was the most unimpressed with that mindset I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I mean, that was just exactly what Pep needed to do. Like you said, he punished every opportunity he could. Anytime there was a rogue jump or, even just getting the far slash. I said it's, a very weak punish, but just getting something and just not letting him get away with anything, it's exactly what he needed. We saw that one DP that RS did that didn't really get punished, kind of got him out of the mix-up. That was like the one time that Pep was not perfectly on point with the optimal punish, the optimal decision after what RS did. So
yeah, but I really love the offensive mindset there from Pep. Like, you didn't see any sort of ball set, dash, jump, kick, nothing that was subjected to an easy reversal. The one time he did it, it was a safe jump.
I was just going to say exactly.
Yep. That is the exact mindset. And all these players were watching each other's matches in between. One of the big luxuries you have in an online event like this, play a match, flip over to your monitor, watch what's going on the stream. You can do your research right then and there. You don't have to try and find a setup. You don't have to move anywhere, And no doubt that Pep watched RS's run all the way up to this winner's side top 8 and clearly was prepared for it.
Yeah, it certainly looked like he was prepared. Again, he just did everything right. So, all right, I think our next match is going to be MiniMatt and KimJongPhil, right? So,
yeah.
KimJongPhil beat a bunch of people to get here. He beat Hano. He actually lost to PepperySplash.
Yep.
And then he beat NerdJosh, beat Stormlock, and then beat JB to make it into this loser side top 8. So, nice run from him. And then MiniMatt, I'm so happy to see him in this top 8. I know he's been really loving this game for a long time, and it's clear he put in the work. He's been playing great all day. Every time I watched him play, he was impressive. He actually got out of his pool in losers and then just made a huge run through the losers bracket in top 32. Yep. He beat Fiestamint, he beat Woodcash, Tronzilla, and then Minus to make it into top 8. So if that doesn't tell you,
those are names.
If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about how strong MiniMatt is in this game,
Yeah. And you did note that KimJongPhil beat NerdJosh, who also plays Kliff.
That's exactly right.
This is a matchup he should be familiar with, but Millia definitely controls this matchup. Millia has all the tools to succeed, but if she gets hit, like this, and that is a smart move.
Tried to set up the Secret Garden, and MiniMatt was not having it. I also MiniMatt uses 5D a lot. I know all Kliffs use it, but he really uses it a lot, and why not? That thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, it reaches
it's like invisible.
Far. It looks a lot like his crouching heavy, which is a weird spinning move. It's wow, beautiful.
The wall bounce on the disc.
Do we mention that both characters bleed in this matchup just a little bit, just a tiny bit?
Yeah, that was a pretty wild first round.
Yeah, there's that sweep from Kliff. Honestly, Kliff and Millia have very similar sweeps, and there it is, 5D again. But does not confirm fully this time. I'm going to tweet the throw, and we're going to go into that Millia. Wow.
Can he get
KimJongPhil said, give me all of it.
Yeah.
Into Secret Garden. Yep, can't do that. Secret Garden, the most airtight Okazeme in the game. Bates very nice. Wow, the confirm when he crossed under.
Yeah, didn't quite get the full combo, but this is still looking really good for Phil.
All right, MiniMatt decides to drill in, going to do a chunk. All right. Nice Roman cancel there to stay safe. That's a trade that, honestly, MiniMatt will take right now.
Yeah, he's just trying to hold that corner, but Millia's just too fast. Can't really hold her there.
Something that a lot of players don't realize, Millia's a bully. Millia is not a pixie runaway character. Millia is a bully because she has this thing. It's called the hairpin. If I want in, I will go in, as you saw there. It whipped, and Millia still got what she wanted, but the dodge and the forward punch. Nice punish here from KimJongPhil, and let the mix-up. Wow.
Yeah, a little too high on the bad move. It wasn't a knockdown. Good awareness by MiniMatt to know that.
Yeah. Kliff floats. He's a very...
God. I do not think he meant to do that. I think he was trying to throw.
Yeah, I agreed, but sometimes you get hooked up for those missed throws, and a nice air grab.
The letter's actually messing up the knockdown. He did not want that.
Yep. All right, nice block on the fuzzy. Okay, 5D whips, gets hit. This should be...
What a pickup. Oh, it dropped, though.
Dropped it. All right, KimJongPhil with a little bit of life. Can he do anything with it?
The letters are coming for him. Cover the air. Oh, he tried. He tried.
Yep, and the cross under, very nice. And MiniMatt going to take game one on loser's side.
So, you know, when it comes to speed, obviously Millia basically unmatched in this game. It's just her and Chip at the top, right? But the thing is, she can use that to her advantage against most characters by just making them whiff things and getting in. But Kliff's buttons are so big, especially in the air, which I think is crucial in this matchup. And it actually makes it kind of hard for her to navigate around where she wants to be, I think.
Kliff is one of those characters that he kind of falls in that same vein as Baiken and Potemkin and Faust. You play Kliff's game when you fight Kliff, because while what he's doing is not super flashy and it's not something that's going to like blow your mind, he swings the butter knife, and the butter knife covers a hell of a lot of the screen, and if you don't respect it, you will get blown up. And you're seeing KimJongPhil having to adjust a little bit. All right, tries to roll through the letters, bold play, and gets punished for it. All right, both characters dancing around neutral. Kim gets in, going to get the knockdown, and force break disc. Yep, catches on the overhead.
Okay. Knockdown.
Yep, Secret Garden mix-up.
Pick up the pin. Oh, he didn't get the pin.
Doesn't matter because Super's not going to get out there. Nice block on the overhead, but not the double overhead.
The old double.
Yep.
The classic.
The Millia classic. Force break disc.
Big counter hit.
Ooh, God, that's going to hurt. Blackbeat. Nice retech on the grab. And Millia already down 70%.
Close to stun, maybe?
Oh, he dropped his OTG. That could have been the round right there.
Yeah.
Is MiniMatt going to get punished for that drop? Secret Garden neutral. I like it. Try and control the space.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. He didn't know where Millia was exactly, but you just swing and it covers like, you know, a third of the screen or whatever. So.
Yep, that is very much. Kliff is not playing calculated in this matchup. Kliff is controlling space and just putting a
playing the
normal
odds. He's playing the odds. I'm going to cover a third of the screen.
Yep.
And it's a pretty good bet. You know, you'll be somewhere over here.
Yep. Risk reward is heavily in Kliff's favor in this matchup in a lot of situations.
Oh,
wow. Nice backdash to the. Yep. All right. KimJong playing very safe. All right. Catches with TK Bad Moon in the overhead. Kliff about to be stunned. Has one of the lowest stun modifiers in the game. And Secret Garden mix-up incoming. Yep, not going to work. You can't do it.
I feel like he's not trying to do that because I don't see how you would think that drill is going to get through Secret Garden. Is there like an overlap? I don't know his motions. Is he maybe trying to super?
I believe that is the same as the laser super that comes out. I got to believe he was trying to
I have to think so because that drill, I don't know why you would think that would work. It's kind of obvious that's not going to work.
It's one of Kliff's slowest startups, and as we said, Secret Garden is airtight when done properly. Even the best characters in the game with reversals have to respect Secret Garden. So
yeah, the thing with Secret Garden is Millia is not in your face when she sets it. No. So you can't really go anywhere. You can't really attack her. She's too far away.
And unlike this, even if you hit Millia, that bubble doesn't go away.
Right.
All right, forces the early burst here.
Baka set up the letters.
Yep.
Secret Garden stopped him from approaching and then locked him down afterwards so that Millia could approach.
KimJongPhil baited the sway, but gets put in the corner. Nice tech. Beautiful.
Wow, that combo, that was so far.
Yeah, unfortunately not able to pick up the whole thing, and now is pushed full screen.
Nice.
Wow, tried to go for Air Secret Garden, it looked like? Not sure, but gets punished for it, and now MiniMatt on set point. KimJongPhil fighting for his tournament life here. Patience. Yep. I like what MiniMatt is doing. If he's given space, he's getting out Paka. He's controlling a little bit of space, but hairpin, the most dangerous projectile in Guilty Gear history, doing what it does best. What a grab! What a grab by MiniMatt. Absolutely beautiful.
Right. That was so tricky, too, when he got that grab, because the force break disc pulled him out of the corner.
Yes, really smart. All right, nice block.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone block that.
Yeah, no, beautiful block, but gets counter hit. KimJongPhil in the corner, has to weather the storm.
Oh,
the burst. Yep, burst whip. Oh, this is going to be big damage if he hits it. KimJongPhil in a tough spot here, has to find a way out. He does get some room. Secret Garden is out. All right, earns the burst, but he gets hit. Is this going to be enough?
What? He took into it. Oh, punish? Oh,
wow, punish. No punish.
And MiniMatt takes it over Phil, eliminating Phil.
Yeah, I got to believe that's a little bit of that just lack of Kliff knowledge, which frankly is not surprising for his as new and interesting as Kliff is. Not a lot of people have picked him up and stuck with him because he kind of feels like playing Chip. When you get hit hard in this game. And that's one of those, if you ever block the pogo that Kliff does with the sword, like that's when you got to make the most of it. That's a free punish. You got to get your biggest starter going. And unfortunately for KimJongPhil, misses that punish, gets chucked, and that's going to do it for his tournament run, going out tied for 7th. And MiniMatt continues his tear through the losers bracket.
Yeah. So yeah, congrats to him for moving on. Great match. He played fantastic. And so we're going to have our last first round match here. It's going to be Jacob Pat versus KBnova. And when I saw this match on the list, my first thought was, this is like the big boy match. This is like, some top tiers, slugging it out. This isn't, they're not messing around with these, mid-tier, high-tier characters. No. This is big boy characters. These are like ridiculous characters doing ridiculous things. And who's going to get their game plan going first, basically.
Yeah, and not just ridiculous characters doing ridiculous things. This is as old school as it gets. This is old XX level Team Serious matchup. Those of you who are old and decrepit like myself might remember Jacob Pat originally as Toyette, one of the first major Testament players in the country. And he has come back, has been playing incredibly well. I've played sets versus both of these players, extended sets. They're not fun. It's really, really hard to do anything to these players. Kenji,
funny you say that. Yeah, funny you say that. I played Kenji for like 3 hours one day, and at the end of it, I don't think I've ever been as discouraged as I was that day. It was just brutal.
Yeah, these are two of the smartest players I've ever played in any fighting game, especially Guilty Gear. Kenji plays so safe and so smart. Toyette Jacob Pat, going to use the proper name now, uses every bit of Testament's absolute grimy nonsense that he has access to in +R. How good is your character when they're completely redesigned after being top tier, and then they end up top tier again?
Nice block on the 6P.
Yep. And this is going to be this is going to be one of the most unorthodox matches you're going to see, but the sword. This is Zappa's bread and butter in +R. How do you feel about full screen overhead you can confirm into full damage? Yep.
Oh, that burst.
Cannot burst.
I'm surprised actually to see that burst from Jacob Pat.
Yeah. These two play a lot. They know each other. And I think right now, maybe a little bit of top 8. Okay, Gravedigger from the top of the screen.
I mean, I like it. He's got to get something started. He's got no life left. Rao's out.
Yep.
Blocks the DP.
Punish. Yep.
Oh, a little too far for the 6P.
Yep. And ironically enough, if you're Zappa, Rao is actually the last thing you want on the screen. He is actually Zappa's weakest summon in this game.
I think it depends on the matchup, but yeah, I've definitely said in the Venom matchup, I totally agree. I'll fight Rao over sword, over dog any day.
Yeah. Nice overhead here, and you're seeing that Testament mix-up. One to the net. Yep.
Oh, and the stun.
Yep. Kenji obviously not going to burst, not going to do anything here. You just let that wash do what it does.
I mean, the silver lining there for Kenji, even though he lost that round quick, because it was so quick and because he didn't really hit Jacob at all, look at the burst on Jacob Pat's side. Still completely empty, basically.
Yep. All right, Kenji runs up, gets one of those lows. Every single thing Zappa does, low profiles. His forward punch is a low profile.
Yeah.
You cannot use stand jabs against this character. It will fail. And right now, that sword, again, sometimes RNG giveth and sometimes RNG taketh away. And right now, RNG giveth KBnova all he can ask for. I like that burst a lot. Maintain everything.
I mean, you can just see by the way Jacob Pat is playing, he is just desperate to get anything started. He tried a 2H, he got hit. Then he tried to air Badlands, it completely whiffed. He's just like, please, just let me hit with something. Just get any kind of starter so I can get a knockdown, get my game going. Because he knows that Testament can win off that one knockdown. Testament can run it all the way back very easily. It is not hard to envision a world where he runs it all the way back off one knockdown. He's such an oppressive character once he gets going that it's not like you're going to get opportunities to counterplay him. You have to play defensively, get out, and then attack him. So the momentum is just so heavy when he knocks you down.
Something I kind of would like to see out of Jacob Pat is an adjustment. We're not seeing any use of Warrant right now. And the Warrant can be baited. I think you have to prove to Kenji that you're willing to use it, so you just threaten it. Make him account for it a little bit.
That's a great point. I mean, now that you mention it, we haven't really seen Kenji, at least not that I've noticed, kind of stop the sword pressure to hard bait Warrant, and it's such a good answer.
Now we have dog combos. And this is just...
Yeah, mid-screen sandwiched is one of the worst places you can be.
Yep, baits the burst. That, again, another game where we've seen Jacob Pat with a massive life deficit. You just get frustrated. That's what Zappa does. Zappa is the best control character in the game. When he gets his game going, you don't get to do anything. His air grab, as you see, really good. And that DP will frustrate you in ways. Finally a warrant. And it gets him a little breathing room. Baits the super. Oh, but no punish.
Oh, and 2 H's right into a summon. And now he's right back in the blender. Are we going to see an infinite here? No, he's just going to push him towards the corner.
Yeah. Right now, Jacob Pat down to his last life. All right, let's see if he can get this Okazeme going. All right, the bait. I'd say bait's the dead angle, but EXP Beast does that just fine all on its own. All right, KimJ able to escape, gets a little breathing room, but back into it. All right,
and this is what I was talking about, right? Like once Testament gets started, this is how he can run it back. He just needs to get started.
With the sword, yep, the overhead. It's so hard to see. It's so hard to see these overheads. Folks, we have to explain to you. The sword can be an overhead from full screen, not just when Zappa's on the ground, but in the air. Also, it has lows.
Yeah. And the ground overhead is an overhead and then a low, so figure that out.
It is literal unseeable mix-up most of the time. It's one of the strangest changes Guilty Gear has ever had for multiple versions. Sword was terrible. Every time you saw Zappa get sword, you kind of rub your hands together. You're like, good.
Yeah.
It's my turn now.
Yep.
And now when you see sword, you're like, please no. Just
please just let me randomly hit him somehow. Yeah.
So as we have now, we are down to our last 6 remaining, but we're going to take a little break here. We need to take care of our sponsors here at Frosty Faustings.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm Ryan Hunter. I'm joined here by Klaige, and a third commentator has entered the ring here. But we're right here in the middle of top 8 of Plus R here at Frosty Faustings 13. 2 players already eliminated, unfortunately. So good showings by KimJongPhil and Jacob Pat, but couldn't quite advance on. So we're down to 6 now. We're going to start with our losers quarters. We're going to have RS versus MiniMatt, and then Digital Watches versus KBnova, and then we'll move back up to our winners finals. So a lot of good matches still yet to come if you missed the first portion here, but it's only going to get crazier from here.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the functions of being an online tournament, sometimes your 14-year-old dog demands attention in the midst of top 8. So here we are. Say hello to Fujin, everyone. And speaking of Fujin, which a lot of people consider a guerrilla move, this is going to be interesting right here.
So we saw RS get completely and utterly shut down by Pep a little while ago. You think MiniMatt's going to be able to do the same thing?
This is going to be really interesting. Kliff, obviously not quite the control character that Venom is, but there, crouching heavy, gets work done, baits the Dragon Punch, all right? MiniMatt off to a great start.
I was just about to say, the thing with Kliff is that he can really punish you if he gets a good opportunity for a clean punish. But right as I was about to say that, he barely punished with like a forward slash. So MiniMatt's really going to have to be on top of his punish game here.
But right now, MiniMatt with a 90% life lead, which in any other you'd feel quite comfortable. If bad guy hits Kliff, that life bar gets deleted.
Yeah.
But convincing start there from MiniMatt on our loser side here in top 8. Yep, catches, very nice.
Knockdown. Oh, and baits out the Grand Viper. Let's see the punish, though. Medium. Not bad.
Yep. You take it. I think MiniMatt is just like, you know what? If I create space, you're going to hang yourself for me. I'm good to chill, but there's Grand Viper. Yep. Oh, God.
And we saw that against Pep.
Yep.
Is that the RS special?
Apparently. That could have been so much more damage, too. MiniMatt, honestly, very lucky that he only took about 30% for that. Trying to Grand Viper through the layers. Gets air throw. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But Grand Viper, we said it earlier, you will not condition this man.
He will not be deterred.
No. They're going to keep coming. Tries to get in, jump heavy, gets the knockdown.
Clash!
Are you kidding me?
First to hold the corner, RS got to take this round. He needs to hold that positioning, but he gets hit, and this should be it.
Enough? Yes, very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah, so I guess the answer so far is yes. MiniMatt doing a good job of punishing hard.
Yeah. And again, that's what you have to do against a player like RS. RS is committed to a style.
Faust?
Accident? I'm gonna assume this was an accident, and we're probably gonna see IK activated. Maybe deep in the back pockets, but I'm gonna assume that
he's one player. He shouldn't have even had to move the cursor.
Yeah,
I don't think this was a mistake.
Are we changing it up?
Yeah, we're playing.
In a twist of events, throwing Grand Viper, Volcanic Viper, and Riot Stomp, his namesake, out the window.
I mean, I don't want to call this one before it's over, but I feel like you're angering the soul gods, right? Like, clearly he, prays to a different deity to be able to do the things he does with souls. So
yeah, I mean, let's be real. Kusuro doesn't suddenly pick a pocket character when things aren't going right. You commit to the bit, and right now it is not working out for Riot Stomp.
Yeah, the 5D misses, but all right, here's a little bit of momentum. Right. Meteors are coming. He could make something happen here.
And this is the problem. The way Riot Stomp wants to play doesn't benefit Faust near as much, but gonna get a full confirm.
Yeah, but no knockdown. Kliff is you gotta shorten those. Yeah, you gotta shorten those combos a little bit to get the jump D.
Yep, tiny and light, and MiniMatt unimpressed by the pocket character and says, "I am going to match point, sir," right out the gate.
Counter hit Pogo. Oh, is this it? Is he the Osaka B of America? Is he gonna try to play on Pogo here?
Oh, there's the wait. Maybe that's the game plan.
Oh,
pull the lottery level RNG out of the hat for items. But right now, all right, force break chop gets in. Wow, the trade on the
What is happening right now?
What is going on in this matchup?
Yeah, this is wild. Oh my god, the stun!
He's stunned.
All right, RS not out yet. He's not out yet.
We're talking shit, but here we are. He's staved off match point, and yet again, RS will not be deterred. Doesn't matter what character it is, just do the thing and
there's
see
a bomb,
what
right?
happens.
Yeah.
Wow, nice job to get out by MiniMatt. Force break chop does block it. Just going in. Folks, this is hard to commentate. I don't know what else to tell you. Like,
if he can keep holding the corner like that, he's looking good. Now, different story. Yep. He's got to get out. Oh, the Pogo, though.
Will there be a punish? No punish on the going my way. Block on the overhead. Oh, drops the combo, though. MiniMatt.
This is just, they are just
has to be disorienting. Has to be disorienting.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, too far for the 5D.
Oh, gets him with the fully charged forward heavy.
And that's going to be it.
MiniMatt says, I grow tired of this act, sir. I'm going to slam the butter knife with all my might and put an end to this nonsense. And MiniMatt...
Good attempt. Yeah, good attempt from RS.
I'll say convincingly, but if you would have had a little bit of a betting pool for me to pile in the prop of will RS switch to Faust, I'd be broke.
Yeah, I mean, what's wild to me is that he got destroyed by Pep game one.
Yes.
And didn't switch. He was not. He wanted to run it back with Soul. So I'm surprised. Yeah. It must be a matchup thing. He just must not like that matchup. I don't know.
Yeah, very, very interesting. You and I are kind of in similar boats. We haven't been playing Plus R for quite some time until this rollback netcode came in. Mm-hmm. And I'm learning a lot about Kliff, but I'd be lying if I said I really understand all his matchups yet, because he's just such an unorthodox Guilty Gear character. He plays different than anyone in any of the versions. And to see that switch, I was positive it was one of those like, oh, you moved the stick, you weren't paying attention, like activate IK, roll it back, we're fine. But I mean, again, give RS credit. He was committed to the plan. It didn't work out.
It was looking good for him. It was a 1 round apiece. Then he was up like half life in the 3rd round, but he just couldn't get anything substantial in that corner. And then eventually MiniMatt turned it around. But anyway, tough break for RS, but we're going to move on to our next match. We got Digital Watches back up. We saw barely losing to Elven, and KBnova continuing to advance in loser's bracket here.
So this already has some history. Of course, this was the final match in that 25v25 exhibition. Team ElvenShadow versus Team Mahoko. Kenji was the last bastion threatening to run through the last of that squad, and Digital Watches came in and shut it down to seal it for Team Mahoko. So,
dangerous position here in the corner.
Yeah,
Digital Watches does have burst though, but this is a problem.
You just can't move. Dog doesn't allow you to move. Okay, finally does burst. Really no choice there. What are you going to do? Concede the round and keep your burst? Doesn't feel good. Ghost's a little bit more manageable for Axel, but still, this is one of those where in a rare change of pace, Axel has to be patient. Axel
exactly.
has to wait and not demand to control the screen. Here's a nice confirm. Oh, drops it.
Oh, a little too far.
Yeah, Zappa does have a very awkward hitbox. Good pace from Kenji, but gets hit by the forward heavy. And the real command grab comes out. Not quite enough.
I love that Digital Watches does not get deterred from still using the command grab and the feint. Even when it doesn't work every time, just continues to use it.
Yeah, really smart there. Did the feint and was like, okay, you're going to not jump this time because you think I'm feinting, but there's the sword, folks.
Yeah,
it just doesn't care. It doesn't.
This is a problem.
Axel can't counter this. Axel can't do anything about it. You just RNG, baby. RNG doing what it does best. You're hearing it from a speedrunner right here. Sometimes RNG will give you exactly what you want.
All right, Digital Watches with a good round start here, though.
Nope, not deterred. All right, Ghosts come out as the random summon. Right now. All right, Kenji with a little bit of space gets caught.
Oh, missed attack.
Oh, yeah, drops it though. Okay.
Throw back towards the corner. Great decision.
Yeah. All right, does force the burst out of Kenji. Baits the DP, but no punish, unfortunately.
Yeah, that might have been pretty tough to punish because she air faultlessed it, so you get extra blocks on when you
counter.
Wow.
But the sword is out again. This is not over.
No.
Baits the burst. This
not
is
like
problem.
this.
This is a problem.
She's got to get in somehow. She needs just a random 2P or a 5P. Just get the sword knocked away.
Yeah. Nice block on the overhead, but again, wow, beautiful blocks on the overhead from Digital.
Oh, and there's a hit.
Is this
what a conversion! Wow. What a conversion from Digital Watches! Amazing.
Oh,
what was that? Counter hit jump K?
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
Counter hit jump K after blocking the entire aired sword sequence. Folks, again, the aired sword sequence can alterate from high to low whenever it wants. That is crazy. Beautiful defense, beautiful awareness, and a clutch conversion. And Digital Watches has one of the favorites of this tournament now staring set points straight down the barrel. Kenji is the number 2
seed. She can hold on. Yeah, we'll see if she can hold on. I mean, she's looking great right now.
Yeah. And you're really seeing right now, it really does depend on what summon. Right now, Ghosts have not been doing a lot for Kenji. And there's the feint again, paying dividends. All right.
And the early burst immediately gets hit. So that's something that is really a blessing as I'm talking about it. The ability to very easily with punish summon. Zappa doesn't get to summon for free in this matchup, which is a luxury that he gets in a lot of other matchups where he can't find a way in. He'll just summon in neutral just to get a summon out on the screen. But you can't really do that against Axel.
And Digital Watches had a great... Wow, counters out
point
sandwich. Amazing. That's huge.
And
that
set point here. Set point.
Yeah. That was so close to being a checkmate situation, honestly, for Kenji.
Oh, the up dog. What is up dog?
What is up dog? All right, does kill the dog.
Nice
Gets a grab. Beautiful.
Oh, went for the tech trap.
Yep. All right.
All right, throw in the corner. This is, yeah, I was going to say, this is worth bursting.
Again, not able to punish. All right, good defense by Kenji.
That is so good. Even though Kenji air faultless the 2S, still was able to chain into 6H and then got knocked down into the ground and was just back into axle pressure anyway.
Yep.
But
finally
now,
gets hit by the overhead, you're dead.
Yeah, speaking of being in pressure.
There is nothing worse than that Zappa pressure in the corner with the dog, because guess what, folks? That cranks the risk gauge to the moon.
Yeah.
And if you don't block that overhead. So Kenji staying alive right now. The sword is out.
Yeah, if you're not that familiar with plus R, maybe you're coming from Exert or something else, and you're watching the Zappa corner pressure like that, and you're like, what am I missing here? Where's the hole? Where's the gap? You're not missing anything.
No, there's no gap.
There is none.
Dog comes back out. Okay.
You have to IB, you have to faultless, you have to use your meter in some way to get out. It is brutal.
Yep. Kenji trying to get a little space, not really wanting Ghosts right now. Wow, nice block on the dust. Wow. All right. Digital Watches is cursed right now. The Ghosts are going to throw random objects at her across the screen. Have to respect those.
Oh,
there's banana. Wow, banana bails out Kenji. Nice DP. Oh, a rough burst.
Oh, that's rough for multiple reasons.
Yep, nope. That does get rid of the dog, but still hasn't. Yep, stuck in the corner. The Ghosts are out. The overhead.
I'm surprised he didn't RC.
Yeah. Wow, nice poke out from Digital Watches. Good block from Kenji. The dog is out yet again.
couldn't quite punish the summon, and now, rough spot with the dog.
Oh, it's so...
Oh, boy. This is it.
Yeah.
Digital watches with no meter.
Yep. And you saw, for those of you who've never actually witnessed Zappa in the older games, you can't... The dog does not work like Eddie. He is not the shadow that you see from Eddie and Zato. That dog doesn't have a hitbox until it does something. You saw Digital Watches throw out 3 low kicks going, please go away. Please go away. I cannot deal with this tag team right now. And Kenji smartly just sat there.
Yeah.
Like,
the idea behind hitting those buttons is that if Kenji chooses to activate the dog with an attack, it will immediately get hit because it becomes active as soon as the attack starts. So trying to preemptively kill the dog in anticipation of an attack, but like you're saying, Kenji just one step ahead.
Yep. Yeah, really smart play back and forth, as we would expect from 2 top players. The adjustments have been made, but this is where it all comes down to it. The final game of this loser's set. Nice
counter
confirmed.
Hit. Nice conversion.
Big damage. Wow.
Not going to knock down, but still good. Kills the dog.
Yep. Kills the dog, but it's right back because that's what Zappa does. All right.
See, but in that spot at full screen like that, the dog is not bad for Axel.
Yes.
Axel can control the ground well enough to prevent the dog from advancing. It's just when the dog is sandwiched, that's when it's bad.
Yep. But now the sword is doing sword things, and that's a big problem. Oh, back burst.
Oh boy. Oh man.
Oh god, the sword.
Trying to avoid nice jump K to get some pressure here.
What do? You can't rinse in through it. Gets caught. And the
overhead. Digital Watch is trying to follow us to avoid chip, but chip was not the issue. It was an overhead.
Yep. All right, nice catch on the stand jab. All right, it's not true, but it's still damage. Let's go.
Wow.
The DP missed, and it's Ghost. This is as good as Digital Watches could ask for right now. Oh, drops a combo, and now in the corner with Dog with no burst.
Yeah, no burst and no meter. I mean, this is just a matter of time before Digital Watches gets opened up.
Yeah, and the overhead, and watch the damage, folks. This one's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
God, so much. Finally does trade with the DP and gets the dog off of her and kills the sword. That's big. That's huge right now for Digital Watches. Do we have a run back? Are we going to run all the way back? Does Force
got the burst. Again.
Oh, the dog!
Okay, right, Renson. Oh, no whip punish. Oh, the command grab punishing the summon.
Screen?
So smart. was anticipating the raw summon, and that's exactly what Kenji did.
The call out from full screen, and we are on final game, final round in this loser's top 8 matchup.
Digital Watches is playing beautifully right now.
Yep. If you're Kenji, you have to be a little flustered. Everything was set up exactly how you want it. Renson gets rid of the dog again.
Trying to low profile the jump in with 2K. Axel's 2K very low profile.
Yep.
Oh, I would back up here, back to mid screen. Oh, gets the throw towards the corner.
Oh, but drops it. And Kenji under duress right now. Yep, catches him on the jump. Oh, but he doesn't get the full combo.
Still a great life lead here for Digital Watches.
Yeah, but the sword, here we go again. We saw this before.
Nice jump out.
She does get out, but the sword's still in front. Kenji trying to space out, gets hit. The sword is gone. All right, dead angle. And gets Ghost. Not what Kenji wants right now.
Yeah, this is definitely not what he wants, because Digital Watches doesn't even have to go in.
No, and the Ghosts by far are the least damaging option Zappa has of his summons, but it's opening up.
Punish?
DP? Blocked. Wow.
Great block.
Block from Kenji, and the sword is out again.
Sword, this is scary. This is scary.
Yep. Oh, God. Coming down to the wire here. That sword is still there.
Wow. Trying to avoid the sword.
Gets hit low.
The cross up.
Kenji trying to control space. Gets hit. The sword is gone. Oh, gets hit.
Oh, but the hit.
Oh, my God. What a back and forth.
Kenji clutching it out. I really thought Digital Watches was going to be able to take that, but the sword summon coming at just the right time, and you just saw that life lead just disappear. Digital Watches was up like, I don't know, 30-40% life, and then just a couple of sword hits. The problem with the sword is that after the sword hits you and he does a combo, you're like full screen, and now you have to somehow traverse the screen with this just floating hitbox in front of you, and it's so there's really no counterattacking possibilities, so you just have to defend, and it's like next level game. Is he going to attack with the sword right away? Is he going to let the sword go down? Is he going to bring the sword down? It's so easy to get caught up in the momentum of the sword.
Yeah, and the things you didn't even get to see because Axel doesn't have to put himself in that situation. The sword has a DP, folks, like an actual legit uppercut that's really good. It also has a lunging move, not unlike Fujin from Anji, that has a disjointed hitbox, and if you don't block it, you're going to get counter hit, you're going to get knocked down, the sword's going to be right on top of you. Kenji playing that casino game, rolling the bones, and they come up beautiful, and he is able to escape. Just a fantastic match. The back and forth, the defense. Fighting Zappa is one of the most stressful things I've ever done in any fighting game because you're not fighting one character. You are legit fighting 5 different characters, and they change on the fly. You just have to adapt at all times. So absolutely beautiful play from both players. Fantastic work out of Digital Watches. Nothing to be ashamed of there.
Yeah, great showing. Always a treat to see, strong Axel play. It was awesome. But like you said, Kenji, he was the number 2 seed for a reason. So
yes,
he's gonna advance on. We'll be seeing him play MiniMatt in a little while. But right now we got some business to attend to in our winners side. So we have our winners final is gonna be ElvenShadow versus PepperySplash.
Mm-hmm.
So this matchup is gonna be it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a little bit slow. They're both going to be trying to do some zoning. This is one of those matchups where Faust, I think, gets pretty cleanly outzoned, actually. He's got that kind of bigger hurt box, so it's a little bit harder for him to maneuver around the balls. He doesn't have the best air mobility. He does have the coward crouch, which comes in very handy in a lot of spots, but the problem is if a slow ball is going over, you need coward crouch under it. Venom is just setting up more balls. You're just giving him more time. He's just setting back up. So it's going to be tough. Elven's going to have to pick his spots and try to get in a little bit. And we'll see if Pep allows that. We'll see if he can, just zone him out the whole time.
Yeah, and ElvenShadow will be ready for this matchup. This is often referred to as the Chicago Classic because
that's true.
Frosty Faustings, we have seen this exact matchup instead of Pep, Black Snake, and ElvenShadow. The two.
But with that said, very different play styles.
Absolutely.
Completely different play styles for Venom.
We were talking about it last night in the Exert exhibition.
Yep.
Give me 4 Venom players and I will show you 4 completely different play styles, and you're going to see that. But right off the bat, ElvenShadow gets a far slash into the scalpel pole and a nice early life lead.
Another thing that I expect to see here is, sometimes Faust can kind of do these low-risk options where characters don't have moves that can hit certain spots of the screen, like that right there, like the bomb bag. But Venom is one of those characters that he can cover any spot on the screen because he can hit the pool balls in basically any direction. So it's pretty interesting dynamic that Faust doesn't have to deal with that often.
Oh, the pogo stab, very nice. Going to get the full confirm here. And this is going to test Pep matchup. Oh, that's brutal. That's so brutal. Finally get momentum, but Pep does maintain burst bait or execution error.
Execution error.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to burst bait there, so that's rough. Pep had gained control of that first round.
Yeah, that throw by the corner was going to be pretty big.
Yeah.
Oh, the barbell.
And yet, we just talked about the RNG and the Zappa matchup. No different here in the Faust matchup. There is no character in Guilty Gear that forces you to play their game more than Faust. You have to adapt to whatever item comes on the screen, and right now, ElvenShadow dominating this first game.
I mean, Pep just can't slow the match down. This is what I was talking about, how ElvenShadow is going to have to find spots to get in on Venom and not let Venom set up, because Venom, once he gets like 2 balls out and he hits them, after that, he has control of the screen, basically, in this matchup specifically. So, Elven's just doing a great job of really not letting Pep get started at all. We've seen Pep get some P balls and 5P them, cover the horizontal space in front of him, but he hasn't been getting multiple balls out to get those splits going that cover a lot of the screen at the same time. And that's really kind of what he needs to do. So Pep is going to have to figure out a way to slow the match down. He might just have to fight Elven up front and get momentum off of a knockdown before he can really slow the pace of the match down.
Yeah, and as you were talking about, Pep plays very different from Black Snake. I would consider Pep one of the more aggressive Venoms that I've ever watched, but that's not a bad thing. It's just the way he chooses to play the character. But like you said, in a matchup like this, he might need to back it down a notch, just try and play the spacing game a little bit better, set up that space control before he tries to play that aggressive game where he air throws, where he gets control, and then sets up his oppressive focus. And there we go.
Yeah, great air throw.
Yep. He gets the FRC on it, has control now. Has to relinquish because there were no pool balls. Yep.
And here, this is what I was talking about. See, once it gets to this spot where he's hitting multiple balls, it's hard for Faust to catch up from that point. It's hard for him to do anything. Usually he has to spend meter in some way or you know, get the right item to be able to get away from this.
And you see Pep wants to go in. He wants to try and do the mix-up. He wants to end this round, but...
Good block.
Yeah. Oh, what a crouching kick. Nice gold burst punish from ElvenShadow. Runs up and grabs it, going my way. There's a poison out there, and Pep.
Oh, neutral text into the bomb bag. That was bad. Okay.
Force break. Oh, the nice dead angle by ElvenShadow, but force break, stinger aim. One of the more underrated force breaks in the game, in my opinion. Such a powerful tool in +R.
Yeah, especially when Venom has his back to the corner. It's really good. Oh, missed his dash. Pep losing a little bit of his pressure here. ID back into the Robokai. Mini Robokai.
And Mini Faust is there. Gonna have to prepare for it. Yep.
He saw it and double jumped at the last second.
Had to. There was no choice. Uh-oh. Did we get a desync?
Yikes. Oh. We had a good run. We haven't seen this much this weekend. I've actually been really pleased at how little we've been seeing this weekend.
Yeah, I think that's only the second or third.
Yeah.
Yep. It is the nature. Even the best netcode. Look, we've had 450 plus people today. There's going to be a desync now and again. Unfortunately, it's happening in the middle of a critical match. But the nice thing is we can get right back to that round. We can set it basically back to even. That was mostly an even round at that point, so not really losing like a big skewed problem there. You can reset the burst easy enough. So we'll get things set back up and get right back to the action for you folks. But
yeah, so I'm sure they're talking to the TOs right now about what state the game needs to be in, and they'll just, like you were saying, they'll go in, they'll IK, they'll use burst, whatever they need to do to kind of get it back to a similar position. So
yeah. So again, you are our resident Venom expert over here. What do you want to see from Pep to kind of get off the back foot here?
Well, I mean, like you said, there's different play styles, so I can tell you how I try to play it, and I'm not going to say that's how you should play it. That's, in my opinion, that's how I try to play it, but Pep is using a lot of P-ball, which is the one that goes right in front of him, and then he's 5Ping, and that covers the ground. It just slowly travels across the ground. I like that in matchups where your opponent is a ground-based character, a Slayer or a Kai or something like that, right? It's really important to cover that space in those kind of matchups. In this matchup, it's not as important. Faust doesn't really mind going into the air. He can stall with a bomb bag. Also, the slow-moving ball gives him time to throw an item. So it's a little less value, in my opinion, to hit the ball like that. Yeah. So what I would like to see, what I would try to do is get a ball out and then don't look to hit it. If you have to back up, maneuver a little bit, look for an opportunity to summon a second ball and then hit them. Get the split going. That really slows down the pace of the match, and it allows you to really get the zoning going with continuing to do 2-ball splits over and over.
Yeah, Venom does have tools to control high up on the screen. He has things like hard slash carcass ride.
Exactly.
He can jump and do a jump heavy on a ball that's far across the screen, try and bounce it up. There are options there.
Yeah, there are also certain, when I'm talking about the ball splits, there are certain formations where you can get like 3-ball splits where one of them goes almost straight up, very slowly. You can cover like the whole screen. So obviously it takes setup, and that's why I'm trying to be careful with how I'm suggesting this, because it's easier said than done, obviously. But to me, that's really like the best thing that you could do in this matchup if you can set it up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like you're saying, 1 ball, okay, yeah, Venom has an option, but it's not exactly going to deter Faust. 2 balls on screen is a completely different story. Now you have options. And that's what Pep is going to try and look for. Nice air dash over the scalpel pole. All right, you get the mix-up.
That mix-up is not trivial on Faust either. He's so small when he's crouching, you really have to get that air dash low.
Yeah. Wow, forward punch through the force break. Nice grab, Pep, though. All right.
Oh, missed. He missed the 5H.
Yeah, second time we've seen Pep drop a combo, which is not common, honestly. Pep very good with his execution.
The ball actually ruined the combo there. That's a rough break. Oh, man. Is he going to give Elven a chance here?
The bomb. Nice jump out from Elven to not chip himself out. This is looking dicey. Fakes the first! And it's enough.
He loses everything. He loses the round, the burst.
That
horrible position now for Pep.
Heartbreaking.
All because that 1 ball ruined the throw combo.
Yeah, just absolutely brutal for Pep, but not deterred, coming right in. Fakes the burst. Yep. You can't burst that. I know this because I played sets against you, and I'm an idiot and burst that move all the time. But ElvenShadow regains control, gets the scalpel pull for the full combo. Nice
Mini
jumper.
Potemkin coming.
Oh my God, Mini Potemkin, and you are in the corner, sir. Hold this small man. He is angry.
He tried to slash back the 6H, didn't get it, and he paid the price. And just like that, Elven takes the second game.
Yeah, God, that is... Okay, folks, we need to talk about something. If you've watched Xrd, you've heard of the jackpot items that Faust has. Mini Potemkin is even rarer. That is a 1 in 64 to pull that little powerful bastard out of the back pocket and watch him Simon Belmont walk at you with both arms pumping. It takes 3 hits. 3 times to remove Mini Potemkin from the screen. Faust can't throw any other items. He doesn't need them. You're like,
my favorite is when he gets hit backwards, so that when he bounces back, it just hits them immediately again, and it like combos into itself.
Yep. And ElvenShadow right now, after the RNG gods bless him with some beautiful luck, feeling good.
Again, getting a little something going, but just backing off. Didn't get the mix up. He's just backing off.
Yep. All right. Kozak wants to get in. Nice teleport, but the mini Faust.
Oh, the other mini Faust is kind of in the way. Okay.
Yep.
Does a simple mix up so he didn't have to advance into it.
Wow, nice block from ElvenShadow there on the corner cross. All right.
See, Pep's getting a lot of little hits, but he's not getting anything substantial.
Yeah, and you have to. You have to punish Faust when you can. But we got an even match here, more or less.
Oh, the bomb bag. That's bad. Oh, and
oh, he had the coin, but it hits.
Oh, and I love this adjustment also. I mean, we saw, maybe it's not an adjustment necessarily, we saw Elven do it in one of the previous games where he's ending his combos with Jump H Bomb Bag because he sees that Pep is neutral teching after the Jump H a lot, and it winds up just neutral teching right into the Bomb Bag.
Oh God, ElvenShadow with maximum meter after that gold burst, hits an overhead, there's a bomb in the corner. This is bad for Pep.
Yeah, I mean,
another bomb back to back, nowhere to move. Nice grab, and that's it.
ElvenShadow just runs away with it. I mean, it was looking, back and forth at the beginning of the set, and just as the set went on, it just went more and more Elven's way. And Pep just really never got anything started. He had a couple of little opportunities, but real heartbreaker in game 2 where he had game 2 won.
Yep.
And then the ball from the previous setup just still out, ruined the combo, and Elven ran it all the way back.
Is there anything more appropriate for a Faust matchup than your own bad luck costing you a round? I mean, you already have to deal with the Faust luck, and then you get a good setup, you get what you want, and all of a sudden your face drops, your heart sinks because you see that ball about to ruin your own combo. And props to ElvenShadow. He saw what he got and he took advantage of it immediately. He's like, my get out of jail free card, I cashed that right now, sir.
That's what 20 years of experience does, right? You know how to react in these weird situations. He's been in the situations before. He's seen it before.
Absolutely. And
hard to surprise him.
That's one of those, one of his sparring partners is a Venom player. It's a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
All right.
So let's take a second.
Friends, welcome back. You are at the end of the main event of Frosty Faustings XIII Online. We are down to our final 4, and we got some bangers for you. 4 left. 1 will walk away with one hell of a Matcherino pool to take home. But we got some business to attend to. We're going to start it off in our losers semifinal. MiniMatt clawing from the losers bracket from his pool and is in the final 4, going to take on KBnova, the number 2 seed in this tournament. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I will not lie. I'm not terribly familiar with the Kliff Zappa matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned before some of the people that MiniMatt took out, Fiestaman, Wukash, Tronzilla, Minus. But this is maybe on another level. I mean, MiniMatt making it to top 4, really incredible play all day. I've been super impressed by watching his Kliff.
Yeah.
But he's really going to have to step it up and really just have the game of his life here.
Yeah. Nice start, but the dog comes in, ruins everything, and here we go. Wow, sways through everything, but Zappa has so much delay, so many options. All right, MiniMatt, nice defense here, but that wrist gauge is getting cranked, and Kliff has no defense in this game.
Yeah, so one thing we didn't talk about with the dog, we talked a lot about the dog before. We didn't talk about the fact that it has an overhead.
Yep, sure
And
does.
so, you know, if it's not enough, you can just set up unblockables with it by going low with Zappa and high with the dog. So that's kind of what happened. It wasn't quite an unblockable because they didn't hit at the same time, but that is how MiniMatt got hit there mid-screen, and it led to all that. So,
yeah,
you know, you always have that to look forward to.
Great punish by Kenji, by the way. Just runs up and throws. Zappa doesn't have long-range normals, but after a blocked drill like that, you're not going to have Kliff pushing buttons for fear of getting counter-hit. All right.
Yeah, see, this is the problem, right? Is that one of the spots where Kliff really excels is his Oki. And the problem is he's got to respect the summon to some degree, because even though you can kind of think of it like a DP, the reward is potentially so insanely high, because if he gets the right summon...
MiniMatt just jumps up with the ghost call. A nice burst, sees dog, says, I want to keep the corner, but it is now sword versus sword. Can MiniMatt weather the storm? Nope, gets hit. No one can blame you for that. That mix-up is disgusting, and now down to the last pixel here in the first game.
Got him? Oh, the sword hitting the startup.
Yeah. Just, what do you do? Right?
Yeah, and that's exactly the spot I was talking about. That full screen sword combo ends with you in the air. You get sword swiped. You get reset. You can't really advance forward. You're so high up, he's just going to air throw you if you try to air dash. So you think, all right, I'll fall back down to the ground, but now you're staring the sword back in the face.
Yeah.
It's the sword, when that combo ends, the sword is just in such a central spot on the screen that it's so hard to get to Zappa, and that's what you have to try to do. You don't have a choice.
Yeah, even the best mobile characters in the game still have to respect what's going on after that combo. Kliff is not a mobile character. Kliff is one of the slowest characters in the game. And gets whiffed on the forward heavy. And I respect MiniMatt for just trying to call out right now. I mean, that's what you're going to have to do if you want to win this matchup.
Wow.
Zappa does not have to take risks.
The dodge is actually throwing Kenji off a little bit there. He wasn't able to get his pressure started because of the dodges.
Yep.
Oh, mistimes the far S. Didn't get the lockdown.
All right. Wow, the patience. All right, MiniMatt gets the pogo, gets a cross up, forces the burst. You got a little
the letter's a real pain for the dog. Bounces
there it
off
is.
the last letter.
If you call a dog an idiot, does it exist anymore? And then Guilty Garrett does not. But Kenji still with a nice punish. Has a decent life lead here and a ghost. That's okay. Nice burst. Gets the burst off of him. Nice
block on the 5D. You know, I said I'd never seen anyone block that. I feel like everyone's blocking it today. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Kenji, an excellent defensive player, but he's in the corner taking a chunk here. Here comes the mix-up. Yep, nice delayed air dash. This is going to be a chunk. Kenji going to get his burst back before this round ends, most likely.
Watch for the DP. Oh, the burst. Okay.
Yep. I like that
meter to work with.
Yeah, I like that burst from Kenji a lot. Gets him some space. And there's the dog with the uppercut. Okay, nice. Fogo does get rid of it. Rao is not exactly but
the DP, the Rao DP, one of the craziest DPs in the game.
That move is 3 frames, folks.
Yeah, and it leads to like 1 billion damage.
Yeah, I know. Rao, we joked earlier about how Rao is the worst thing that Zappa can have in most matchups, but here's the thing. If Rao hits you, you're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, just obscene damage, but once again, we have the sword versus sword matchup, and despite Kliff having the bigger sword, it's not as good as Zappa's.
And see, look at the desperation. He teched the combo, air dashed forward, didn't even make it all the way to Zappa because Kenji backdashed, and then just the desperation Goldberg's just trying to hit him, trying to do something.
It's so unreal what it takes to... The sword looks innocent, folks. It really does. If you haven't played Plus R, you're probably watching, you're like, why is everybody getting hit by this? It just looks like a weird swipe. Look, I probably played 300 games with Kenji, and it took me all 300 to just not be free to sword. And I have an option in hard/Fujin that lets me ignore some of the gaps in sword. It is oppressive. It is probably one of the most oppressive things in Plus R, period.
In fighting games, period.
Yeah.
Forget Plus R.
Yeah,
in fighting games, period.
And like we said, for 4 versions of XX with Zappa, when you saw Sword, you're just like, oh, bless up, it is my turn to wreck shop. And now Sword comes out and you're just like, fight flag? Anything?
Yeah.
Reset? Just so few characters have any options for the Sword because it's I've never seen offense so oppressive and so safe. It's
well,
like
that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. That's why I keep saying that the phrase "there's no counterplay."
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
You're not going to hit him. You've got to just try to escape, and then it's step 1 is escape. Step 2 is hit him. But yeah, like I said, MiniMatt, I don't think he can be too disappointed. Top 4, he had an amazing weekend. He beat a lot of tough people. Unfortunately, he ran into one of the best to do it, and that's Kenji. He's going to move on to fight PepperySplash, and yeah, this is giving me this is making my heart pump here for Pep, because like I said, I played Kenji for hours and hours and hours, and man, it was just demoralizing. We talk about Sword.
Yeah.
You get knocked down by Sword. Venom doesn't have any options here. He's not the most mobile character. You can try to Stinger, but Kenji's just gonna run under it. It's
right. Yeah.
It's
What does Venom have to do to get momentum in this matchup, Ryan? What do you do to gain control against a character that low profiles 90% of your damn moves?
Yeah. So that's a great point. So first of all, P-Ball 5P is basically useless. He can run under Far Slash, which is probably the most egregious thing in the matchup. That is a real problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
And see exactly that what Kenji just did, run up and summon. That's what that enables, because he doesn't have to worry about Far Slash.
And a burst is baited already, and right off the bat, Kenji with a dominant start here. 60% life lead, already a whiff burst, not where you want to be.
Oh, right. Nice shots.
Yeah, it does get the sword gone. All right. Pep has to make this count. You cannot let Kenji breathe. All right, good burst. I like that burst from Kenji a lot. The sword is back, though. Dead angle, smart. Super smart play from Kenji. And now, what do? You're Venom. You don't have defensive options.
Yeah, and you can see exactly like I said, he tried to force break Stinger, which is a decent option. It's not even that good, honestly, but it's like the only, if you want to try to have counterplay there, that's like the only thing is Stinger. And he just got hit out of it anyway. So
and it's out again. What are you going to do? Venom has one amazing defensive option. It's his dead angle. He has a fantastic dead angle. What are you going to do? Dead angle a sword from full screen and then get counter hit for your trouble? I mean, finally gets in, gets gripped for his trouble. All right, finally, Pep has to make this count. You cannot let Kenji escape again. If you do, it might be lights out depending on what summon comes out. Pep, nice pressure. Goes the empty low, very nice. Carcass ride, full, all right.
Oh, that he wanted TK mad struggle.
Yep, absolutely, but punishes the summon.
But he's not getting big hits is the problem. All these little hits, it adds up over time, but it's not going to matter.
The sword is back. The sword is back, folks. Nice block on the overhead, but the low hits, and now we're in the air. You can't burst. It's going to be baited. There it is, and that's a wrap.
Yeah, Pep hit him, what, 4 or 5 times in that corner? There was one time he hit 2K, and he could have got close slash, and he went for sweep instead, which is just it's a split-second decision you have to make as a Venom player if you think you're in close slash range or not. Pep wasn't sure, can't blame him. He went for sweep to just take the guaranteed knockdown, but the problem is he didn't get anything substantial. He hit him 4 or 5 times with like 2-hit combos, and eventually Kenji wiggled his way out, got sword, and he's going to undo that life deficit real quick.
Yeah. For those of you who are fans of memes, there's been a common one in Plus R since it came out. If you're notable for the Mo chucking Barney out of the bar meme, just put the sword over Barney, and then the sword is right behind you again, right after you got rid of it. But we have back-to-back gold bursts starting off, and Pep with one of those air throws, but does not respect the summon and gets punished for his trouble. Ghost, something that Venom can probably deal with a little.
Yes, I was gonna say,
and then the sword.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but Pep really is gonna have to rely on Kenji getting some bad RNG here on the summons. And when he has Ghost, it's actually in Venom's favor. I think Venom destroys the Ghost. Very easy to work around them. Very easy to take advantage in the neutral game.
That's a good bit. All right, Pep with some momentum. Not just gonna roll over and die here. Wow, nice block on the fucking TK mad struggle there.
Yeah, the Faultless pushed him out of range.
Yep. And the Ghost running rampant. Nice gold burst. Oh, but
the golf ball! Stop
the golf ball and the dog!
Okay.
Oh, what a grab! What a grab!
Pep staying alive. He really does not. He does not want to go down around here in game 2. So that was pretty clutch.
Yeah. No. Beautiful air grab. That has been the hallmark of Pep all weekend. And another grab. All right. Pep doing a little bit here.
Something else to talk about in this matchup that Kenji's done a couple times now. So you mentioned in one of Kenji's previous games how 6P is a high invuln low, right? But he's also got 5K, which is a low invuln mid.
Yep.
And it goes over Venom's 2S, which is another huge problem in this matchup.
And just like that,
Yeah.
Kenji takes control again, got a sword, got a dog. What do you do? It's like you said, if ghosts don't come out, Pep really does have to flail. There's just not a lot you can do. Gets air grab.
Pep did the right thing. He baited the summon, and then he tried to punish with sweep, and the first hit whiffed, and this is just... Everything is going wrong.
Burst. Yep,
it's looking bad.
That. This is rough.
It's looking bad.
We are in losers final. This is a 1st to 3, but right now, Pep's got to do something. Yep, gets hit.
Sword swipe FRC.
Right, gets in, gets hit. All right, does get rid of, and it's back. It's back again.
All right, this is it. He's got to ride this momentum. Oni air dash too high and went over him.
And Raul appeared, and that's... It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to wait your turn. You get rid of the sword so many times, and you finally get in and you air dash over Zappa because he literally is a worm on the floor. And if your air dash isn't the lowest possible air dash, it's not going to work.
See, and this is the problem. You know, I don't want to make it sound like it's impossible to win. Obviously, you could beat Zappa. He's strong, but he's not unbeatable. But the thing is, when you're playing a character like this, Zappa, that is, and against a player like Kenji, there's no room for mistakes. No room. So something like that air dash that you're talking about, where you air dash a little too high, you'll lose a whole game because of that.
Yeah. Kenji doesn't have to be perfect to win these matchups. Pep honestly does. If Pep gets an opportunity and doesn't cash it out all the way, then Kenji's going to get momentum again. It's only a matter of time before he gets a summon that switches the match back into his favor. As we're saying, all right, kills sword instantly. That's big. Nice grab.
Throw.
All right, Pep has to make it count. At the very least, he has to earn Kenji's burst here. And he does not.
A small mistake there. His normal didn't come out when he landed, it looked like. Oh, nice air throw, though.
I like that burst from Kenji, but immediately back in. All right. Black beat combo.
Nice.
Baits the super. All right.
Huge bait.
Yep. All right. Pep with some life here. Make it count. Gonna have to bait the dead angle. Does, but the dog.
Are you kidding me? So one thing we haven't mentioned, if you're not familiar with Zappa, he can just sometimes just get a random summon on hit or on, on wake up also?
Yes, on
wake
up.
He just happened to get a random summon. It just happened to be dog. And even though Pep did the right thing and baited the dead angle, he still got hit.
Let's not miss what happened. Pep did recover, take the round, but immediately shoved in the corner with the sword. This is gross. Yeah, don't use your burst. Just accept what happened. You lost the roll at the craps table. Get your money back out. Try again. Kenji on match point, trying to get to winners finals of the main event.
Yeah, had to burst, honestly, because being sandwiched with the dog like that, he had no meter.
Yep.
Nice bait. There we go. Finally gets the punish. That is step one in this matchup.
Yes. All right. All right.
Oh, big.
All right. Pep with some life here. Make it count. You better catch the
dog again. Are you kidding me? The problem with the dog in that situation from Pep's perspective is that it acts like a shield. It's going to absorb one of the hits.
Yeah. All right.
Big hit.
Swords. Pep has been getting unlucky, and we mean that literally. This is not a joke about skill, and right now he has a chance to cash out.
He tried to fuzzy, and he missed the jump H.
Yep.
He was trying to close the round out.
Kenji roaming canceled the summon, doesn't get anything out, but gets another one, and the dog is going to sandwich. Pep's in a bad spot.
That's a reset for the corner. I think Kenji did that because the dog was in kind of an awkward spot. Wow, the dead angle not hitting the dog. Another good break for Pep.
The sword is out, and the stinger. Nice. All right. We have a match, folks.
Pep staying alive. I mean, I usually try to, make it a point to not be biased, but I really want Pep to win.
I mean, look.
I love Kenji, and Kenji knows he's my boy, but, it's Venom.
Props where props is due. Multiple times in the set already, Pep has had Kenji dead to rights in the corner, and the dog is like, yo, what's up?
Yeah,
I'm here. Bark, bark, bark.
Yeah, to be clear, he doesn't have to be getting dog there. It's RNG that he's getting anything, and then the fact that he's also getting dog, if he just gets ghosts or sword, it doesn't matter, but he's getting dog. Dog's the only one that can act like a shield.
Yeah. Long story short, if you know Kenji and you can get him to buy into a lottery pool right now, you might want to get in on that, because the getting's good. And again, what do? You're Venom.
Yeah.
You don't have defensive options. Pokes out. Look
at the meter, though. Look how much meter Kenji built as opposed to Pep.
Yep. And
how do you turn the situation around?
Yep. And what do you get for your trouble afterwards? The sword.
Yeah.
And
All right, another
again,
set point.
I don't want to overplay that Kenji's getting lucky here. Kenji's playing smart, as Kenji always does. This is not an
I'm not trying to undersell Kenji. It's the opposite. It's Kenji is so good and he's so hard to beat.
And right now, again,
The wall.
Yep. This is what Kenji does. He dares you to air dash over the sword, you get grabbed. Pep's in trouble. There's no burst.
He's got to hit him somehow.
You bring the sword back. This is going to be it.
Overhead. Yeah. And that's it.
That's all
Kenji takes it. So third place for Pep. Great showing. Unfortunately, just ran into the terror, right? This is what everybody complains about, right? In plus R is Zappa sword. And man, he got sword a lot. I'd be curious to go back and tally up. He probably got sword like 3 to 4 times as much as Ghosts, I think. He got Ghosts like a handful of times.
I feel like we need to pull some money out of that Matcherino and get Pep a psychiatrist for all the things that have happened to him over the last 4 years at Frosty Faustings. So many runner-ups, so many close finishes, almost right there at the finish line, taking Venom to the precipice, and yet again, just falls victim to, frankly, some rough RNG when it's all said and done. But
he did his best.
Here we are, folks. The main event. This is what you watch Frosty Faustings for. This is why you are here, to start off a new year right with Guilty Gear. The 13th Frosty Faustings will come down to, with no surprise, our number 1 and number 2 seeds, ElvenShadow versus KBnova Kenji. And that Matcherino, you see it down there in the corner, $5,000.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for helping raise that total, donating, and using the links and stuff to get that money up. Really appreciate it. I know the players do. And I'm just really excited. This is going to be an amazing match. I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously Elven has been entering tons and tons of weeklies since they've started, since this game really, kind of popped off. And he's been winning basically everything he entered, with one exception. Am I right with that?
Yeah.
That one exception is Kenji. Stole one weekly from him. Yep. So if anyone can do it, it's Kenji. So some other players have gotten close. I think a couple of weeks ago, Skeletal knocked him in the losers.
Yeah,
right.
And then Bozak promptly ran a 6-0.
Yeah, he turned it on and he ran it all the way back. Yeah, but so if anyone is going to dethrone Elven here, this is the man to do it. So I'm looking forward to a great set here.
Yep. Again, if you like to play on predictions, if you ran that prediction run over on Smash GG, this is what would have happened inevitably. So here we go. The only person to make a break of ElvenShadow's run of funding Kai's college off playing plus R online. In
Kai being Elven's son, for those who don't know. Not Kai Kisuke.
Yep. But here we go, folks. It's the main event. It is the grand finals here. Frosty Faustings XIII, KBnova, ElvenShadow for all of it. $5,000 in the Matcherino. Let's go.
So early sword here from Kenji, but he was full screen. You saw him whipping normals just to try to advance the sword. But now he's got the sword in a great spot, and this is exactly what he wants. The OTG into the instant overhead.
Wow, nice reaction there from ElvenShadow to get out. But the sword is back.
Oh, force break door whipping, but I like the idea there from Elven.
Yeah, for sure. The coin hits, that's lucky for ElvenShadow. That could have been really bad. The dog is out.
Though. Yep. Yeah, knockdown.
You'll take that trade as ElvenShadow. Getting rid of the dog is worth it. He gets a knockdown. All right, here we go. The bomb is out. We both blow up. Yep. Wow. Goes under the scalp hole.
Great block. He stood up at the last second.
Yep. And the sword, she is back, ready to rock.
Elven trying not to get locked down by the sword. Doing a really good job, actually.
Amazingly, something we haven't talked about. Nice pogo drop from ElvenShadow. He has the corner. The bomb is back there. Oh, God, it hits ElvenShadow.
Wow.
The ghosts are on top of him.
Kenji just looking for any little hit here. And actually, ghosts in this spot are great because he just needs a little
jumps
something.
Over it. Okay.
Great awareness.
All right, here we go. The dog's out.
Dog.
Wow. Nice stab of the dog. Beautiful from ElvenShadow.
Another mini Robokai. Oh, man. Oh, he gets it all on the summon. Wow. What a first round. If that doesn't set the tone for what we should see here, I don't know what will.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to mention as Kenji starts off round 2 beautifully. Something we haven't even talked about yet, Zappa's backdash is really stupid.
Yeah, it's like a mini Potemkin backdash. What is that, 3-frame recovery or something?
It's 11 frames and 10 of them are invulnerable.
Oh, it's also 1-frame recovery? I thought it was a couple more.
Nope. I mean, it's 1 frame.
Yeah. Oh, and here we go.
Yep. The dog doing dog things. And Kenji. Wow, did it hit?
Got him.
Oh, oh my God.
This is just, I mean, this is like, if you like gacha games, this is the RNG match of the century, right?
Look, I have a character to roll for in Fate Go next month. I'm just going to send my app to Kenji and be like, look, man, save me some ports. Good God.
Unbelievable. So maybe we should explain for people who aren't familiar, but that super, after Faust hits you, there's 4 chests, and he can mix them up. It's like a shell game, basically. He mixes them up, and in the chest there are 3, Grim Reapers and 1 Angel. And after he mixes them up, the player chooses, you use one of the 4 buttons, you choose a chest, and if it's a Grim Reaper, you take damage. If it's the Angel, it's like a reverse kind of, it like pops you out.
You take the damage, just unreal. And interestingly enough, until Accent Core, there was actually a bug with that super where if the person getting hit by it mashed punch,
yeah, fast enough before he could swap them, right?
Yep,
yeah,
you would always get Angel.
Yeah,
always. So that was
early dog pressure here.
And again, that was a dominant start by Kenji, but ElvenShadow, one of the best in the business at adapting. ElvenShadow is not going to suddenly roll over and die just because some bad RNG happened. The sword is out. You're seeing ElvenShadow having to do things Faust does not want to do. You do not want to hit dash at the top of the screen as Faust. That is not how you make your bread and butter.
But he's doing an amazing job of not getting locked down by the sword.
Wow, scalpel pull into the wash tub. This is going to be some good damage. Kenji has to be careful. He gets hit again, he's going to be close to stun.
You can see Elven using a lot of 2H because Zappa cannot run under that. It hits all the way to the ground.
Yeah, really good normal for this kind of matchup. And there's, again, low on life, low on stun.
Oh, combo into the mini Faust.
Not enough for the OTG. There we go. Stun wasn't done. Great adjustment by ElvenShadow. Very nice.
I love also that these rounds are long, so there's just so much time for going back and forth and adjustments. Oh, meteors.
All right, Meteor's got nice backdash.
Yeah.
Wow. Ghost just taking out a dumbbell like no big deal. I'm not corporeal, your dumbbell is. I don't care. Get it out of my face. There's the bomb.
You're going to slow down a little bit.
All right,
Elven got to watch out for the curse, but he actually weathered the storm there.
Oh, the cross-up. Really nice by Kenji, and Kenji back in.
So OTGing with the ghost there just to get the curse on him, and it gets hit by a random golf ball as I say that.
Nice block and punish on the summon from ElvenShadow.
Oh, the dog!
It never ends, folks. It never ends. Invest in Dogecoin now. It's the best RNG you'll get online. That bomb.
Oh, the bomb? Wow, Kenji actually got hit. Ow. Great awareness from
Look at the damage off that bomb. All right, we have an even match now. Scalpel pull. Yep, the burst baits it.
Yeah, that is naturally burst safe, I believe.
Yeah.
Rao's out now?
Yep. Oh, he gets hit by the low!
Yeah, anticipating the high. Yep. So with Rao out, Zappa's 5D changes and it becomes very fast.
Yes, it does. Down to the magic pixel on both ends. And ElvenShadow with the duck jab evens up this grand final set at 1 apiece. So, and again, we talked about it. Frankly, Kenji doesn't want Rao there. Let's be real. Like,
yeah, in that kind of end of round situation where you just need some chip or something. I mean, yeah, Rao's got the fireball, but it's pretty slow. So yeah, he'd rather have Ghost or even Dog or something like that, something that can go in with low risk.
Yeah, honestly, with a little bit more meter, Kenji was set because Rao's super where he covers the entire screen of projectile, the worst chip damage in the game. I mean, you get your bar deleted if you.
Yeah, it's like 3 Dark Angels.
Yeah, it's brutal. All right. Wow, nice block on the overhead. Kenji's defense is so good, man.
Oh, air throw with this dog out is bad news here for Elven.
Far slash doing work. Again, another obscene thing about Zappa we haven't talked about. Let's talk about his far slash, the spit.
Yeah.
Would you like to have a normal that's a projectile that when it lands becomes a low?
Yeah, it becomes a low, exactly. You can set up unblockables with basically no risk because you don't even have to be near them. And
you see ElvenShadow tries to dead angle out, gets hit by the overhead for his trouble. Yeah, just Dog did work. Nothing you could do. Yeah. And Dog works a lot like Eddie does for Zato, where if you burst and it hits the dog, that's all that happens. Like, Zappa gets to run up, he gets to punish you, you feel real bad. Now,
let's see if Elven can maneuver around the sword. Not doing a good enough job this round as he's been doing in previous rounds.
Elven with an 80% life deficit. That bomb is out, but not enough to get rid of the sword. Elven has a burst, but what are you going to do? Burst the sword from full screen? Nice block, but Elven's got to get offense going now. The one upside, KimJi has all his orbs. If he summons, he'll get Rao, but it's not going to matter because the sword,
I'm surprised KimJi didn't OTG him. I don't know, maybe the sword couldn't OTG from the position it was at, but either way, KimJi takes that game. Yeah, that was pretty one-sided. That was the most one-sided game we've seen so far.
Yeah, and honestly, kind of smart by KimJi. You have a 90% life lead. Why risk whipping an OTG and giving Faust room to breathe? Just sit there and put the sword on him. Like, what's the worst going to happen? He's going to have to block a 5-hit string.
Yeah, exactly. And again, just not to harp on it, but that's why the sword is so strong. It's zero risk. There's like basically zero, especially in like this matchup. What is Faust going to do?
Yeah. And again, we haven't even seen KimJi bust out the DP yet, folks. The sword has a legit dragon punch. Like,
does it have an FRC point? Does it have an FRC point? Yeah. DP.
Yeah, it's just an amazing, and there it is. Now, can ElvenShadow adjust? He does have a mini.
Well, the Robokai is going to be a problem. Yeah, he had to jump to avoid the Robokai, so that gave him a little hole in the pressure.
The coin, on the other hand, not what Bozak wants to see right now. Okay, it's gone. Nice defense from ElvenShadow. He's trying so
Look at the sword swipe. Wow, he got negative penalty, I think.
Yep. And finally gets hit by the overhead, and here we go. What do you do?
That was one hit overhead into a low into an instant overhead.
ElvenShadow right now being like, look, somebody recode this game so I can play against not sword for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just not happening. Gets hit. This is the sword show, folks. Beats out the overhead. Why? Why, Arxis? Someone get Pouchy on the line. I have a complaint to file.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a sword show. And the thing is, it seems like he's getting sword proportionally more, but it's kind of hard to tell, right? Because the thing is, when he gets sword, it lasts for so long.
Correct. It's just... And again, we're not trying to downplay what KimJi's doing. KimJi's playing phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant, flawless play. When you get what you get, you use it. It's the same way that Faust plays. If you get meteors 3 times, of course you're going to run in and make your opponent suffer.
Nice bait by Elven. Big damage.
Makes him block the point, but the dog is out and we're in the sandwich. Nice block on the overhead. All right, he is out of the sandwich. Nice hit angle, but... yeah, again, there it is. ElvenShadow has to stay in, but he gets hit. Has to burst. I like that burst a lot. Runs under the scalpel pole.
I think Elven might have done that in anticipation of a summon.
Grab.
Wow.
I don't know if that was a mash grab. I don't know if that was a panic grab, but they still count all the same. ElvenShadow gets this 4th game evened up. KimJi looking for the reset. ElvenShadow looking to push it to set point.
Oh, the up dog again.
Yeah, right now. Nice overhead.
Okay.
Yep, okay. A little bit of breathing room. The sword again. ElvenShadow has to adjust.
He has some breathing room, though.
Yep, he has to get past it. This is what's going to determine this grand finals. Can ElvenShadow adjust and get past the sword? If he can't, KimJi is going to wear him down. He's going to reset this bracket, and sooner or later, the RNG is going to fall in his favor.
Big bomb bag there actually hit KimJi.
Oh, Mini Faust saved the grip, but...
tricks.
Oh, doesn't block the cross-up. ElvenShadow on his first back, but... and there it is. Reset.
Yeah, KimJi resetting the bracket, making it look not that difficult too.
Yeah.
But that's the power of Zappa, right? And again, putting Zappa, pairing it with a strong player like KimJi is just fireworks. So.
And look, folks.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly Elven can do against a sword. He's doing a really good job of trying to stay evasive and not get locked down by it. The problem is that's not enough. You have to somehow hit Zappa. So we've been seeing them, jump up and then air dash and try to switch sides because the one weakness that the sword does have is that to move it, he's got to attack with it. So if he doesn't attack for a while, it recalls. So if he switches sides with KimJi, he's got to wait for the sword to come back or use a move that recalls the sword, which there aren't that many of them. So
correct. And if you block that, that's one of the few punishable moves that the sword has. But
punishable because it has a follow-up. But yeah,
exactly. Again, it's literally Fujin. It's a disjointed hitbox with a follow-up. But folks, it's 2021. We've all been stuck inside for damn near a year, but we have the God's gift that is rollback netcode at the premier Guilty Gear tournament, Frosty Faustings XIII online. It's the grand finals. There are no more resets. There are no more second chances. Allow me to channel my boy Tasty Steve. I miss you, brother. In the chat, make some noise. Let's go. Grand finals. Someone's taking home their share of a $5,000 Matcherino pot. Thank you very much, and away we go.
All right, so dog to start. And the mini Faust, actually a huge problem for the dog there. You saw Kenji had to pop the dog up before he could maneuver it forward.
Yep. Nice burst from ElvenShadow there. Don't want to be in that dog sandwich. Get yourself a little breathing room, but he's back. Bark, bark. I would like to go for a walk, and here we go.
Man, and I feel like this is where the matchup is slipping away from Elven, I think. You know, when he's got the dog, when he's got the ghost, these are the spots that Elven has to be the one controlling the match and getting the hits. And as you see here, he's not. Kenji, you know, we've been talking about the sword. The thing is, the sword is what's letting him run away with it, but you have to notice that he's still winning the match with the other summons, and that's the problem for Elven right now.
Let's point out that sequence there. ElvenShadow killed the dog with a great crouching heavy. What does Kenji do? Jumps right over him, crosses him up, combos into the summon. He has sword. That's a wrap. What do? ElvenShadow is struggling right now, and I guarantee you, as someone, you played sets with Kenji, I played sets with Kenji, you're fuming right now.
Oh,
it feels so bad, but you're in grand finals at your own main event. You have to find a way. You have to find a way to weather the storm and make it tilt on its head. And ElvenShadow is a great player at adjusting, but right now...
The patience by Kenji, just waiting for just the right spot to bring the dog back in.
Yep. And there's the sword. Again, gotta find a way. You have to make this work if you're ElvenShadow, and it's not been there.
Pogo?
All right,
yeah, I was gonna say.
There we go.
Yeah, I think that's like the best thing he can do against a sword is try to air dash and pogo just to lock him down at least and get some momentum going. Yep. The problem is, look at his meter. He's got no meter. He's just now getting 25%.
Yep, just like you talked about. ElvenShadow has to spend meter. He has to take risks. Kenji is on a full bar of meter. Yeah, the sword is gone.
But the FDC. Again, these missed opportunities. Okay, burst.
Yep, had to. It was a checkmate situation if he didn't. And the dog uppercuts. And there it is.
One of the few ways to just absolutely punish Faust jump 2K, right? Kenji blocked it, up dog, and that was the end of the game one in the true finals here.
I guarantee you ElvenShadow is just sitting there, probably doing one of these, got the fingers on the top of the nose. To me, like, what do? I can't get control. And let's be real. Faust is a control character. Faust thrives on owning the screen. His jump normals own the screen. Bomb bag owns the screen. Item demands that you play Faust's game. But frankly, Zappa's items are just better. He just has better tools right now.
And I mean, it sure looks that way. I feel like, again, I think Elven's path to victory here is he's got to, like that situation there, he can't afford to be getting air thrown when Zappa has ghosts. He needs to be winning when Zappa has
There
ghosts.
We go. Okay, the first time we've seen him successfully navigate sword. Pogo drop doesn't get him a lot of breathing room, but now ghosts are out. Now you get to play, and the sword is back.
Yeah, but Mini Faust giving him some breathing room.
Okay, we're seeing an adjustment. We're seeing an adjustment here.
Nice uncross up blocked.
Yep. All right.
Great punish.
Here we go.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You can't let Zappa summon for free. If he's going to do run-up summon, you've got to be punishing that.
Yeah, that is a punish. Look, that move is like a dragon punch, folks. If you block it, you do get to punish Zappa. It's not a free punish. It actually has pretty good recovery for what the move is, but you got to make it work. Oh, that's rough, but it is Ghost. This is the best option Bozak could have gotten, but he's in the corner. He's going to be cursed.
Coming up on 50% meter.
Yep.
Maybe gonna.
Kenji has 100% to work.
Nice turns it around though. Takes the corner from him.
But he hits him and the sword comes out because Bozak didn't finish around. Pogo drop. Okay, this is.
Honestly, I'm so happy he's doing that. I was going to mention it earlier in the set. I was shocked that he wasn't doing it before because it's such a good answer to the sword, I think, if you can actually get up there. Because the thing is, first of all, it's an ambiguous cross-up. It's going to cross up sometimes and not others, so it's on Kenji to block that correctly. He can't really contest it. And the thing is, even if he blocks it, you get really good pressure from it that, again, just has a chance to hit him, and all you need is a single hit to unsummon the sword. So it's a really great tool.
Yep. And let's be honest, folks, the best anti-airs in the game are not going to do much about Force Break Pogo Drop. Zappa doesn't have good anti-airs. That is the one thing this character truly lacks. And you see it again.
Perfect from Elven. He literally ran away until he had 25% and then immediately did Pogo. Beautiful. Yep. He is getting negative warning right now, though, so he's got to be careful he's not running away too much.
Yep. Trying to get out of the dog. Gets hit. All right. Nice throw. I like that a lot by Kenji. It does take him out of the sandwich, but you want to gain a little control, get a little space.
Elvin staying with the mini Faust so that the dog can't pester him.
Yeah,
mini Faust still over there.
Yeah, almost like Zato doing, you know, break the law with Eddie running atop. But all right,
got caught in the air.
And ElvenShadow cursed yet again. Nice anti-air 2K. What's going to come out?
Oh, it was a mini Faust.
Yep.
Or a mini Robokai.
Yep. Nice block. Good dead angle.
He's got no meter, though. Oh, this is scary now. No meter against the sword.
He baits the burst, but no punish.
Oh, this is so unlucky for Elvin.
Yep. And not yet.
It's going to be so long. Yeah.
Wow.
That dead angle.
All the way up.
I was starting to say it all happened so fast. Once he dead angled, he needed to make sure that he didn't get knocked down because he left himself with no meter.
Yep. And you're seeing that, though. Like we said, Force Break Pogo Drop is getting ElvenShadow past the sword.
Yes.
The problem is he's spending meter. Kenji doesn't have to spend meter.
Yeah, but the thing is that Faust doesn't really need to spend meter on much. So I really think that he should just save his meter and just use it on Force Break Pogos.
Absolutely. It's working. It's
like even
the
here
tide.
with the dog. When the dog's near him, I would just try to go in on Zappa with Force Break Pogo.
Good dead angle. Weighted. You have to be careful when you dead angle the dog. It can work like EXE Beast from Testament. You'll turn around and dead angle the dog if you're not careful.
Yep. Oh,
Mini Potemkin's out. All right, that's gonna pay dividends here. All right, nice.
Trade him with a banana peel, I think.
Yeah, and smart by Kenji goes on the other side of the screen, says, "I'm not dealing with that." All right, item throw, just not the best item roll ever.
Yeah.
Ow! Summons the pogo or the scalpel pole, but Kozak does earn the burst back.
Elvin really needs to win this game.
This is such an important game. Here we go. What?
Yeah, the poison is one of the few items that actually uncombos the scalpel pole.
All right, here we go. Elvin down to the max official. This time gets a wash band and a bunch of bombs. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Zappa even nowhere to go.
Yeah, even if Kenji had jumped out of that throw attempt, he had no meter. He would have had to at least block the bombs, and it would have chipped him out. So that was great decision making from Elvin, and he needed that. He needed that bad. So now we're down to a good old fashioned 2 out of 3.
Yeah, no, absolutely beautiful adjustment by ElvenShadow. Again, no one would have faulted him for wilting after that kind of RNG, getting mauled by the sword. The number of times where he finally gained control in the corner and the dog's sitting there going, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? You want some Oki? Yeah, that's too damn bad." So let's go. 3 games to decide it all. Again,
the timings on Kenji's just run-up summons. I would love to see the hit percentage on that.
I remember the first time I blocked one, I felt like a god. Like you feel like the smartest creature on the planet. Gets rid of the sword. All right, Ghost. This is where Bozak needs to be patient, get some strength, but gets cursed. That's a bad look. That's a bad look. He's trying.
Yeah, I think the key word is what you just said, patience, right? Like against the Ghost, you can afford. Wow, he has a wow already. The bomb!
All right. RNG giveth, RNG taketh away. Baits the burst.
Caught the backdash. The scalpel pulls we saw before, burst safe.
No punish on the forward heavy, though.
All of his meter gone.
Yep. All right, Rao is gone, but of course the sword is back.
Yeah, and now, after he drained all of Elvin's meter, he does have enough for Pogo, and there it is. And you saw he blocked the wrong way. He tried to block cross-up and hit him in the front.
Wow, nice block on the icy jump.
Great awareness from Elvin. He jump-canceled his 2D to get away from the dog.
And he did a great job to kill the dog uppercut, but he gets sword for his trouble.
And
he doesn't have meter.
Pogo. He's trying to just Pogo,
And this is going to be enough. And Kenji takes the first game in this, or first round in this 3rd game. This is so important.
It's rough. Kenji just keeps catching him with sword when he doesn't have meter to Pogo.
Yep. Oh, the gold burst doesn't hit. That's a big deal. Nice block on the overhead. Nice block on the low. All right, pokes away the Ghost, which honestly, not what you want to do if you're ElvenShadow, unfortunately, but you can't not play offense.
That 6P from Elvin, I think he tried to throw an item, and I don't know if maybe there was a food item behind Kenji or something.
Yeah, something didn't come out. All right, dog is gone. What do we get next?
Another
and he's
dog,
back.
Right?
Yep. All right, there's a bomb over there.
Bomb hit the dog.
All right, this is ElvenShadow's chance. He got Ghost, dog's back. This is the problem. You get control, and it's immediately taken away.
Yeah, dog is... Oh, the overhead unsummon. Yep, the overhead shot right back from Elvin.
Yep. Yeah, because if Zappa didn't have enough things, his force break unsummon is also an overhead because reasons.
Yeah.
And Kenji turns it back around on championship game now here at Frosty Faustings XIII. We've seen the back and forth. Both players are going. Bozak's got that gold burst, that whiff gold burst.
Yeah.
That was the entire match. If he has all that meter to play with, suddenly Pogo Drop is back in the game plan. Totally different match, but it was just a little bit away.
Or even if he just had the burst just to get out of the pressure.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. So here we go. KimJ looking to close this out, take his lion's share of a $5,000 Maturino pot. ElvenShadow wanting to his own tournament, just like he used to do in the olden days. Nice, wow, great punish by the sword. KimJ off to a great, wow, beautiful use of the force break chop, but what do you get? More sword.
And Mini Faust is good here, though. Yeah, it's going to slow him down.
But it's blocked, and now, what do? You can't burst, you can't do anything. ElvenShadow does have enough for a force break drop, and there it is. He gets in, all right.
And you can see KimJ knows it's coming. He tried to meet it in the air, but it actually just made it worse. He blocked it in the air, and then he was stuck in the air, and he didn't faultless the Pogo P.
Yep. What a summon. Bozak burst to get rid of the sword. All right, Ghost versus Faust. That's what you want.
Dumbbell
but sword is back. KimJ looking, trying to close out this first round.
Needs a little bit of meter for Pogo. Force break chop, cross up block.
Cross up? Are you kidding me?
I mean, if that doesn't tell you that KimJ deserves this.
Wow, KimJongPhil, KBnova on championship point here at Frosty Faustings XIII. Can Bozak turn the tide, send us to a final game?
Another bomb. Elven had to block it himself. All right, Ghosts out.
Pretty even start here. Mini Faust gets ElvenShadow a little confirmed. But the sword is out. Nice overhead. Got to make this count. You better get all of it. Cash it out. KimJ does have his burst. All right, on bag. Hits him with the overhead again. Poison is there. The summon, though.
And this is what I was saying before. In one of KimJ's other matches, I talked about how his DP has potentially such higher reward than most other DPs in the game.
Bozak wanted to close this round out, spent a lot of meter. Let's see if that comes back to bite him. That could have been 2 more force break Pogos. Oh boy. Oh boy. KimJ catching out maximum damage with the Ghost, which isn't much, but it still matters. Bozak does poke out, tries to end it with the teleport!
Yeah, using the cover of the mini Robokai, very nice from Elven.
ElvenShadow not done yet, wants to force this to a final game, put the pressure back on KimJ, gets his own RNG, Meteors are coming, but nothing doing. And Bozak is cursed and in the corner. Both players
Meteors again! Yep. The RNG is trying to help Elven out right now.
Yep.
Wow, and the summon, actually the invuln going through the scalpel pole. Unlucky there for...
There is a Mini Faust back there. He's going to come back sooner or later. Ghost must have hit it or something. He never does come on screen.
A third Meteor.
Yep. All right, gets in. Overhead forces the burst. All right.
Hit him super.
3
Wash pan, comboed off of it. The coin didn't quite hit, but... Elven is just
RNG. Nice
pulling out all the stops right now.
Oh, the
summon though.
All right,
the block on the cross up.
All right, KimJ has to wait for the Ghost to come back. This is ElvenShadow's chance. Yep. Meteor.
4th Meteor. 4.
There they are. They hit. Does he have enough? Not yet. So close to forcing a final game, final round at Frosty Faustings XIII. Cross up. KimJ is not done.
Mini Faust, yeah, he neutral jumped, so he didn't have to land on the Mini Faust.
And
Elven closes out game 4. We are going to a final game down to the wire. Man, Elven, this is what we were talking about before, you know, how Skeletal in that one weekly knocked him into losers, but Elven is the kind of player, some players, when they get knocked down, they doubt themselves, you know, they play worse, they start to kind of collapse under the pressure. Elven is the opposite. He rises to the occasion. When he is down, that is when he is at his scariest, and that is exactly what we're seeing here. You can just see it in his gameplay. He's just playing harder, he's playing faster, he's just playing aggressive.
Let's go, folks. The final game, the final round. No more chances. Somebody goes home, somebody walks away. The champion of the biggest +R tournament in history.
The Mini Faust punished the summon, and then Elven hit the force break chop.
Back and forth. Nice block on the defense, but doesn't block the overhead. Ghosts again. The RNG is tilted. KimJ is not getting what he wants right now.
Nice 2S.
Yep. All right. He's jumping heavy, gets a little breathing room, and the sword is out.
But he's got meter. He's got meter, and there's the Pogo and a hit.
Yep. All right,
Kenji burst, trying to make something happen.
Gets sword back. Here we go.
Mini Faust, though. That's a problem.
Nice anti-air with the crouching S from Bozak. All right.
Break door.
And Rao.
Rao now. Oh, and Kenji has a lot of meter.
Wow,
Kenji has a lot of meter.
He's trying to run under it, but
Meteors. He's going to get chipped. He's going to pull this. The meteors. He didn't respect it. No. I think maybe he tried to run under, thinking he could get into the corner and go over him, but it did not. He bet a lot on that.
Wow, what a punish on the summon with scalpel grab.
Man,
Here we go. Bozak on tournament point. Here we go again. The sword is out.
Elven has he's turning it up. You can just see it. Right now, locked down by the sword, though. Can he get out? Nice block. No first break pogo.
And Rao is out already. Wow, so early for Rao. Nice dead angle. Oh, uppercuts the overhead. Yep, Bozak.
Wow, I'm surprised he burst. I don't know about that. Elven maybe getting a little too excited. The final round here.
And let's fucking go. Final game, final round, Frosty Faustings XIII.
And Elven is just going in, but runs right into the dog. This is a tough spot. Yep. He doesn't have the burst because he blew it on the last round. Yep. This is tough now.
That's what's going to cost ElvenShadow his own tournament. That burst at the end of round 2. The sword is out. Can he get in? He doesn't have any meter for force break pogo right now.
Oh, I think he tried. He did jump D.
He thought the air dash was going to give him nuts with the chop.
Oh, this is going back and forth. The bomb. Oh no! Both players get hit. I think that's in Elven's favor due to the positioning.
Zappa's one hit away from being stunned. Has to be careful, but the sword. Kenji's going to have enough.
Yeah, he had burst, but there's just no way to burst that sword combo, and just like that, Kenji clutches it out at the last second.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
God.
Yeah, that was looking so good for Elven. Like you were saying, he had Kenji on the verge of getting stunned. He had the corner positioning, everything was going right. And then Kenji just found the hit, got the sword summon, and even though Elven got his burst back at the end there, there's no way to burst. And it's like he could have tried, but it's not going to work. It's just going to whiff right through the sword. He's going to punish it. And man, Kenji just clutching it out. You could just feel Elven just pushing and pushing and pushing, turning it up, just aggression. But it wasn't enough at the end of the day. And congratulations to Kenji.
Yeah.
Very well deserved, very well hard fought battle. And just
can't ask for more. Cannot ask for more at the premier Guilty Gear tournament. I mean, this is what this event is all about, folks. We wish we were in person. I wish I was in the chair next to Mr. Ryan Hunter right now. But what more can you ask for? Like, again, the biggest plus R tournament ever in history today. And you got to see a final game, final round, all the way down to the wire. And it came down to the 2 RNG characters, and Kenji rolled that last die right into his favor, got a sword, able to cash it out. And just beautiful set. The adjustments. Bozak looked lost. Absolutely lost after that reset. And then he remembered he had force break pogo, and the light went on, and he's like, all right, all the meters got to be for this, got to cash it out, ran it all the way back, and just, man,
that's one of those sets where obviously it's the players, it matters who won, but for us, the viewers, the commentators, it doesn't even, it was just such an incredible match that the winner, they both, played unbelievably well. Yeah. So, they're both winners in our eyes, you know? It's one of those kind of things.
Is there anything more appropriate than we've rolled back time about 8 years playing this game that has basically been forgotten and is revived with rollback netcode? And literally 2 of the oldest of the old heads in American Guilty Gear history take us all the way to the final moments. And you see Kenji clutch it out. Shout-outs to Team Serious for you old-school Guilty Gear players. Shout-outs to ElvenShadow for running the best damn Guilty Gear tournament in America every year. Pandemics don't slow us down, folks. We have rollback netcode. Demand rollback netcode in your games. Can you imagine getting this all the time? Doesn't matter if the world is ending. We can get these tournaments going. You can have this kind of action all the time. And it's all thanks to the people who put in the hard work to give us this ability to play plus R. So, and we are going to hear from our tournament host, our runner-up, ElvenShadow. Hell of an effort, sir.
Are you there, Mike?
Waiting?
He's joining the call. He's joining the call. We'll give him a second. But yeah, like I said before, I mean, it sounds cheesy, but honestly, they both played so well that it's just a pleasure to watch a match like that.
Absolutely.
It's so nostalgic. Also, just thinking back to the old days and going to vanilla accent core tournaments and stuff. But to see, like you said, see these two players that are so well deserving, have been playing the game literally forever, and it just shows the experience can go a long way. Experience can go a very long way.
And again, while we wait for our tournament host to get on the line, shout outs to all of you out there. That bar in the lower right, that's no joke, friends. We're still waiting.
I mean, over $5,000. I don't think anybody was prepared for that. But
I mean,
again, thank you guys that are watching and donated and helped up the Matcherino. Really just incredible. And it really it helps make this tournament feel like what we're used to, with a nice prize pool, and it reminds us that even though we're online this weekend, this is a major, this is a big event. And
again, this is maybe the biggest year in Guilty Gear history. We're talking, this series has now been around for over 20 years. We have a brand new iteration in Strive literally around the corner that also has rollback netcode based off the same foundation that you got to watch today from Plus R. The future is bright. Like, if you're a Guilty Gear fan, you can't ask for more, because you're going to get everything. You're going to get this brand new game that we've been waiting for, that was supposed to come out last year. Obviously, nothing happened last year like we expected to. But at the same time, we're getting to see the game that really brought Guilty Gear into the forefront, the accent core, and now the update with Plus R. Games don't get revivals like this. This is almost unheard of. The closest thing I can really think of is the revivals that, say, Super Turbo and Third Strike had at various points. So to see this kind of, again, 450 plus people for Plus R, I can't overstate how nuts that is. Like,
keep in mind it was capped at 256. And then they had to increase the cap because it filled so quickly and so many people didn't get to enter.
Like 3 days or something like that?
And they're like, I missed it. I was like, I guess I missed my chance. Better luck next year. And then
if ElvenShadow hadn't literally pinged me on Discord and be like, if you want to get in, you need to do it now. Oh, thanks.
Just looking out for you, man.
Hey, there we go.
There he is.
Hey, I had some technical difficulties.
That's all right.
No worries.
That's all right. Hell of a show,
man.
Sir.
Oh, what an event. What a tournament. I'm so happy everybody, came out to play, and we had so many players. Like, it's insane how many players we had. Such talented players, too. And the Matcherino, oh my God, you guys went all out on that.
We were just talking about that.
$5,142.
Yeah.
My only regret is I didn't win half of it.
I mean,
Kenji deserves it. He played so well. I knew he was going to be the toughest person I'd have to fight, and I just fell short. But good stuff to him, and I'm sure we'll meet each other again in another bracket. So
your back and forth was fantastic, man. We were both kind of waiting. We're like, when's Bozak going to remember he has Force Break Pogo? And then after the reset, you started turning it on there. How many times you had him in the corner and then Dog pops up? Were you about ready to throw your controller against the wall?
It's really the sword. The sword, as you can see, I have no answer to it. Really, I just got to get a lucky bomb bag in or a lucky Force Break Pogo. And if I miss those, then I just get punished, and it's not good. I can't burst. You just got to jump. You can't stay on the ground because it's like impossible to reaction block that stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal, but still.
But yeah, we were saying, I don't know if you could hear before, even though you didn't quite make it there at the end, you both played incredible. It was just a pleasure to watch you guys play that long set. It was phenomenal. It was great to watch. So
yeah, absolutely. And as always, man, thank you for creating this tournament. Like, from old heads like you and me to all the new bloods who are excited for Strive, like, you can't ask for better than Frosty Faustings. And to give us this in a year where we're all stuck inside and can't do anything, man, you made the weekend with this. So shout outs to you, shout outs to all the streamers, shout outs to the staff. Just a phenomenal tournament. Ran through 450 plus people in
a day.
8 hours. 8 hours.
Our staff killed it. So don't just thank me. Thank everybody on staff. Everybody killed it. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. And you know what? I mean, this isn't even it. We got a whole day of tournaments tomorrow too.
Absolutely.
That's true. Yeah, I do want to just throw out, this was my first online event, and I was extremely impressed with how efficiently and how organized everything was. There's like channels for all the pools and results channels, and it was, I don't know, I never really thought about it, but it was amazing. So for those of you watching, if you haven't entered because you think maybe it's a little weird online, you're used to in-person events, definitely give it a try because it was fantastic. I'm sitting here in my pajamas and got called for my match and I was able to pop in 2 seconds. It was great. So definitely looking forward to doing more of these going forward. So
absolutely, couldn't agree more. Just ran
yeah,
phenomenally.
Guilty Gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. But next year in Chicago, right? So.
Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, we already have our dates for next year. So I mean, as long as the world can return to normal or close to it, we'll be back at our new venue. But we'll see what happens, right? Don't want to get our hopes up yet, but that's the plan.
Definitely. I mean, look, we miss you, man. We miss all of you. We miss the staff. It's not ideal, but man, thanks for putting on a hell of a show. And again, like you said, still got an entire day tomorrow, so don't go anywhere, friends. You got tons of action tomorrow to enjoy in addition.
Yeah, thank you all for being a part of it, and thank you guys for doing commentary. You killed it as usual, so really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right, so we have one last little sign off here for the evening. Next year, Frosty Faustings, January 28th and 29th, 2022. Put your hands together, make a spirit bomb. Let's have the world be inhabitable again so we can go to the Westin in Lombard, Illinois. 45,000 square feet. As someone who runs a lot of events, that's a lot. That's a big area to play with. Going to have more rooms, easy walk to the mall and the restaurants. Got a secondary hotel in the parking lot. I want to see all of you there. All of you hanging out in chat. All of you participating in this bracket. We want to see you up. We want to give hugs. We want to do what Frosty Faustings is all about, kicking off the year with amazing Guilty Gears. So we hope to see you all here this time next year.
Yeah, keep in mind this is a new venue, not the same Westin as last time, so even better, even bigger. So we're looking forward to it for sure.
Awesome.
And my son's bugging me here. He wants to say hi. Hey, guys, you want to say hi to the stream? Say what's up. Say
what's up?
You play Guilty Gear too?
Yeah.
Who's your main? Who do you play as? Who's your main character?
May.
Yeah, you're going to learn too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Good job.
Awesome. Shout out to
Elven raising the next generation, right?
Yep. Shout outs to Kai. Shout outs to ElvenShadow. Shout outs to staff. All of you, thank you so much for joining us for another amazing main event here at Frosty Faustings. My co-commentator Ryan Hunter, thank you so much. To all our streamers. Bozak, you're the best, man. Thank you so much for putting on a hell of a show for us.
It's nothing. It's everybody, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Friends, y'all take care. More action tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Take care. Next time.